I hope it doesn't crash. I sure hope this visual novel that I got not on sale but for free doesn't kill my Steam Deck. That would be the worst thing to happen. How many characters are in there? Are in here? Because I just assumed there were two of them. It's got a fairy tale twist, so I'm assuming it's just like one character meeting a bunch of fairy tale characters. Oops. How many characters are in It Gets So Lonely here? Google, tell me. There are 4 primary characters involved in its branching story route. Oh, there's multiple endings. Oh god, we're just doing one. We're just doing one. I'll be nice. I'll be nice. We'll just do 5, including protagonist. The Michael Jackson popcorn meme. Okay, hello, howdy. I don't know what accent this is. The voice I'm doing, but that's just fine. We will start the game. Start the game. We're starting the game. So this would be. So I'm the main character, which means that Kenzie would be all the rest.
Am I will I be the narrator?
Would you like to be the narrator?
Sure, as long as I get to occasionally throw in a funny voice.
Okay. The funny voice can be the narrator. I will just wait. No, because if I'm doing like you are running through the forest, is that like it's not from my perspective, but like it's still like describing my actions.
All right, so your name is you.
I'm me. Yes.
Got it.
You are running through the forest. It is late at night. I got an achievement. What the fuck? Just automatic. I clicked a button.
Yo.
Yo. Yo. It is late at night, and the sky is as black as pitch. There is nothing to light your way.
I'm curious what the completion rate on that achievement is.
Oh my god, please look at the completion rate. I gotta know.
Cleo, look it up.
Your way safe. There's nothing to light your way save for moon's milky glow, but its rays cannot reach you, not properly. The trees which surround you jutting out the earth. Like, oh, I forgot to tell everybody what this game was. Whoops, hello everybody. This is It Gets So Lonely Here, a Yandere Yuri visual novel with fantasy aspects. Like, fairy tale. Sorry, fairy tale. Yes. Anyway, back to it. The trees which surround you jutting out to the earth like eerie monuments to a foreign god. That's me! I'm the foreign god! Are you blotting out most of the light? You cannot see where you are going. Even if you had commenced your flight at a more sensible hour, however, with the light of the sun to haze you, it would be of little use. You do not know where you are going. You have no map, no route, no plan. You are running like a frightened animal, anxious and nervy with no destination in mind. You 100% of the game, Cleo. Ooh, nice. No wonder you recommended it. You completed it to its full. You have no desire as you run to save to escape. You cannot let yourself be caught. If that were to happen, you are certain that you would be ruined. You have no choice, therefore, but to keep going on and on and on, though your feet are screaming at you for mercy. You have no idea how long you've been running. Time has begun to blend together. It has lost all meaning. Something sharp snags at the hem of your skirt. I'm wearing a skirt! But you do not have a luxury to pause and examine what has happened.
Shirt go spinny.
Shirt go spin. You decide to do a spin. You do a spin thinking how pretty you are before you fucking perish. You trip and die. Your skirt tears, the sound splitting through the forest, and you stumble forwards with a shocked gasp. Ah! My skirt no longer goes spin!
No!
You are free, but at what cost? The spin of the skirt. Truly, she's on our wavelength of, no, my shirt can't go spin anymore. Is it worth living now? Aw, man.
I have left Spain without the A.
The skirt has been irrevocably damaged. It might be too late to worry about such trivial matters now, though. No! Get your your affairs in order now. It's time to die. Your skirt is damaged.
It's true. Skirt damage. It's the end for you.
Yeah, if you like at that point, just give up. Just give up. Just try to die, I guess. You keep saying skirt, shirt, and I'm saying skirt.
Or well, we might be being you might be being chased by the Yuri, in which case you should probably stop and accept the Yuri.
Got skirt damaged? Guess I'll die. Yes, exactly. If you do not start running again, and soon, she will catch you. Oh my. Is it the seamstress? She can fix my skirt.
No, she's the person who gifted you the skirt, and and she's the one who will kill you.
Oh no.
Because you ruined her skirt. Her skirt
Oh
she
man,
gifted you.
honestly, if somebody gave me a skirt and I ruined it, I'd probably just kill myself instead, because at that point I ruined a gift. So whoops. Then your life will be over. You do not know if she's still following you, but you do not want to risk looking over your shoulder. If you were to see her silhouetted beneath a tree, looking at you with those sickly sweet smile which once ensnared you, you would lose what little nerve you possess. Your legs would lock up and your blood would freeze in your veins. Then you would crumple. You would fall, but you would not hit the ground. She would be there to catch you. Did she not promise? When you made that contract, you would never be alone? You would like to go take back that silly wish of yours, but it's too late for that. It is too late for a lot of things. All you can do is run. In Minecraft, right? Twitch, no, that was a joke. Yeah, Twitch. Totally, I do not plan on, dying if my skirt was, damaged. Wink, wink.
Wink, wink, nudge, nudge.
Wink, wink, nudge,
fingers
nudge.
And toes crossed.
Fingers and toes! You run.
Don't let Maya hear.
Don't let Maya hear. That's crazy. Don't let Maya hear. Maya pops up in chat. What? What about toes? Oh. You run and run and run while icy fog swirls about your feet. It is cold enough to sap the heat from your body and you shudder from it. It feels as though you are drowning. It feels as though you are being buried alive. Your knees and your shins, meanwhile, are bleeding. You cannot endure much more of this. But if you value your own life, you must. You run and run and run until, at long last, you reach a fork in the road. There are 3 paths which split off through the forest. Well, 4 if you count the path down which you came. You cannot exactly double back on yourself, though. Not when you have put so much effort into running forwards. You can only press on. The 3 paths are signposted, which is something of a strange sight given you are so deep in the forest. Dark though it might be, you have grown accustomed to the shadows. You can just about pick out the writing on this old dilapidated signpost, curved and slanted though it is. Your fate, if you will forgive me for sounding cliché, is in your hands. Now I wonder, which path will you take? Okay, so I'm assuming... Okay, so there are 3 paths.
Go to the shore, go to the village, go to the castle.
Ah, yes, I love text box person. The greatest character in any visual novel, voiced by Kenzie, text box person. So I'm assuming that. So what I'm assuming is like these are fairy tales. So I'm assuming like the shore is like a Little Mermaid esque, you know, water, all that stuff. The castle is either like Beauty and the Beast or like the evil queen from Snow White. I don't know why specifically those are my thoughts. And the village,
Castle, I'd imagine would be vampire.
But it's fairy tale specifically. Like, is there any fairy tale you could think of that has a vampire in it?
Vlad the Impaler.
Vlad the Impaler. Everyone knows the famous tale of Vlad the Impaler. He went into an endless slumber, but then true love's kiss woke him up, and then he impaled them. He Vlad the impaled him. So Kenzie, we'll let you choose, because because you're gonna be playing, like you're gonna be voice acting whoever we meet.
I shall throw you like a javelin at the village.
At the village, I'm thrown like a javelin at the village. So you want to go to the village? Good idea. Let us see what further trials await you there. This night is far from over, as much as you might wish it was, and there's still much and more to discover. I wonder what will happen next. I go to the village. That's what happens next. You follow the path.
Yeah, I mean that's pretty obvious.
It's pretty obvious. I wonder what will happen next on your path to the village. You go to the village. The end. Supporting yourself on weary, aching limbs which feel ready, at a moment's notice, to snap at the knee beneath the burden of your weight. The soles of your feet are screaming at you. You need to lie down and quickly. You only hope as you continue to run that you will find a suitable residence in which to rest at the village. You do not know that will await you at the village, but you have visions as you run of a quaint, scenic settlement, all thatched cottages with sloping roofs. Surely there will be a kindly peasant who will be willing to put up a runaway for a few nights. You can imagine too. I'm sorry. My first thought was surely there will be a peasant, and then my first thought was like, ah, yes, Mary, Joseph, and the baby Jesus who will be there and help you take care of yourself. And I'm like, what the fuck? Why aren't they there? What the fuck?
Jesus Christ, my favorite fairy tale character.
Yes. The baby, fucking Mary, Joseph, and Jesus are just there, like, come inside our manger. Don't worry about it.
Oh god, now that would be an entertaining.
Oh my
story.
god, the Yandere Yuri is actually
Yuri
with like
romance.
Yeah, my favorite.
Mary, Mother of Jesus.
Oh my god, that's awesome. Oh my god. The face of this kindly peasant. Okay. She will be broad-shouldered and ruddy-faced with dull brown hair cramped beneath the cap. Mary of Nazareth, is that you? Her arms will be sturdy from many years of washing clothes and milking cows. But and taking care of baby Jesus. Just like a mother. Oh, like the mother of God, Mary. You do not know what mothers are like. You hardly ever spoke to yours. What if I'm playing Jesus? I'm Jesus.
Oh god.
Oh my god. Con mi bonito sabanero voy camino de Belén. Si me ven, si me ven. Yeah, you are only guessing. You are not a complete fool. However, despite your tendency to daydream, you do have a few reservations. Specifically, a reservation for Olive Garden.
You know the name of the what was the word? Communion wafers? The Jesus crisps.
The Jesus crackers, yes. You have your reservations. Specifically, a reservation with Olive Garden. Did you know the pasta bowls are endless? Got endless breadsticks.
I thought it
the
was
breadsticks never Yes, there's bottomless pasta bowls too sometimes. Like sometimes they'll bring it back and sometimes they'll just say no, you're not allowed to have it.
Damn, that sounds just like a scam.
Yeah.
You know, they just cut off the bottom of the bowl.
Sorry, I almost left this establishment before I noticed that my bottomless thing had a bottom. I would like my money back.
No, Cleo.
Should I say which route was my favorite? No. We're experiencing. You got me, your friend, and then your wife. We're enjoying this game with Jesus.
No. Allow your wife to romance a eldritch slime.
You're not romancing me. You're Wait, no, hold on. If the character I'm playing is me and not like a pre-established character, then yeah, no, you gotta play characters that romance an eldritch slime. Good to know. Is Dragon Maid not good enough?
I'm romancing the character of you.
Oh, okay. Peasants, yes, me. No, you. Yeah, me.
Yeah.
No, not me, you.
Your character is named you.
Hello, guys, it is me. I mean you. Sorry. Peasants do not, as you know from reading, have much money, nor do they have much food. It might be hard to convince a resident of the village, even the kindly washerwoman of your fantasies, hey yo, to take in a complete stranger. Still, you must try. That is all you can do, really. So you run to the village. It takes some time before you finally emerge from the woods, but finally you manage it. How much time, you ask? I cannot answer that. Did I not say that time had begun to lose all its meaning? Damn, okay. The forest is behind you
Um,
now. At least all the awful nightmares which dwell within it. It is still cold
damn, I
though,
guess everyone's broke
and
then if
still
time is money.
foggy. Yeah, if time is money, everyone must be fucking broke. Is
Wow,
it?
the recession hit really hard.
Yeah, time just stopped, and then we all just our bank accounts drained. Sorry, everyone. Here, have a Kool-Aid jammer, Kenzie. Tosses you a Kool-Aid jammer. Cleo, would you like a Kool-Aid jammer? Okay, then you can share with Kenzie. No, no, no. It's still dark too. The sun has yet to rise. You can see the moon more clearly now, though as it hangs above your head, round as any pearl or orb or crystal ball. Only one of them. Take your pick. The next choice. What does the moon look like? A pearl, an orb, or a crystal ball? This will affect your ending.
I choose option D, testicle.
What the fuck? The moonlight shines down upon the village, nestled among the hills like a diorama. Hope anew bubbles within you. Or option E, a bubble! Does the moon look like a bubble? It looks like a Kool-Aid jammer. You have finally made it. Surely not, but your salvation awaits you. You follow the winding dirt path to the village, looking this way and that. But your hope, such a precious and fragile thing, soon begins to fade. The village up close does not look half as welcoming as you imagine. There are cottages,
Oh
yes, but
no.
are in a state of disrepair. There are holes in the roofs and holes in the windows. Yeah, those are called the windows. The hole in the window, that's called a window. It's an opened
The
window
hole in the
now.
roof called a chimney?
Yeah, guys. There seems to be holes in the walls. Those are windows,
Like,
and that other one is a door.
like, damn, this is what kind of weird place did you come from?
Yeah, I know. Cleo, we know. We're just goofing off. Most of the doors are tightly shut, but others are gaping open. The kitchen's beyond them even darker than the night sky which shrouds you. Actually, there are no lights in any of the windows, and neither can you see any people. Insomniacs like you at them. You cannot hear anything either, beyond the sound of your own footsteps and low, mournful sighing of the wind. The wind is a romanceable option now. Oh, thank you. The village is
Ah,
quite honestly, I would romance the wind. What element would you romance if you could?
hmm. What?
Cleo says water, and I know why. There we go.
Are we
Exactly.
going Avatar: The Last Airbender elements?
Okay, if you say element, it could be anything. If you go, oh, I
Oh,
would like
then
to. If
uranium.
you, yeah, I was like, oh, you could go like elemental table. You can go elemental surprise. You could go anything.
Well then, option one, uranium. Option two, uranium. Option three, neutronium. Uh,
I
and
think.
option four, piss.
God, that's just water again. So the polycule of you, a Cleo, and the element of water.
Well, unobtainium's not. Unobtainium's more fictional than neutronium.
No, unobtainium is actually a an element that it was a placeholder name for an element until it
Yeah,
got confirmed to be an.
it's a placeholder for aviation stuff for the 1960s, 70s, and I believe into the 80s for fictional material that, you know, for
Yo, my
creating something
favorite,
with,
my favorite's Krypton. That's my favorite element. No, it's
yeah.
not. Uh,
Neutronium is the theoretical element zero with no
ooh.
protons, just neutrons.
Oh, that's actually that sounds hot.
Yeah,
I wish so you would be romancing a concept, like an idea of an
no.
element.
Why not?
That's pretty cool.
I mean,
The dates are just
tons
you
of people
talking to yourself.
romance pictures on the internet.
You're right. The village is my was like, oh yeah, elements like Pokemon types. I would the poison element. Let's go.
What Pokemon element would you fuck?
What
The
Pokemon
answer
element
is
would you
very
fuck?
simple, Dark type.
Dark type, yes. Sorry. Psychic or dark type? Okay, so my first thought is if I would romance, like, if it's like not just Pokemon, but like Pokemon element, but like Pokemon type, but Pokemon specifically. Psychic Pokemon are just a like, get rid of all the stigma of the consent and stuff, because psychic Pokemon can just talk to you psychically. Now you know what they
Yeah.
want. Done.
My
You don't gotta worry about
is that
anything.
I would be a Zoroark because Fuchs.
Yes, Zoroark! Uh, Zoroark can
And
also
also
talk to you
canonically,
technically because it can shapeshift. It's able to talk by watching.
yeah, canonically, Zoroark are able to perfectly blend in with humans.
Hmm. Like, I mean, like in the games, I always thought it was like it could just like mimic human appearance and stuff, but not actually talk, kind of like a Ditto. But no, it's straight up just, yeah, no, I replaced some guy that you saw like a couple of days ago. Now I'm him. Sorry.
Yeah, and then
I know his mannerisms and everything. You'll
yeah,
never tell the difference.
the in Gen 5 N is all but explicitly confirmed to be a Zoroark.
Maybe, but like you see, like so, man, I'm not sure. Honestly, I could see that, but also we see him later down the line, and like he ages. Like
Yeah.
Zoroark can't really copy something that doesn't exist already. Like, so unless there was an original N that got copied, that the Zoroark would go back and forth to see what he looks like older.
It's complicated stuff. Anyways,
Back to the game. The village is quiet, eerily so.
so eerily
It's so eerily. It's so the death the silence is deafening.
it is eerily obvious, even to an eerie girl such as Eerie Self,
Such
that
as eerie.
something eerie must have
Welcome to
befallen
Lake
Eerie.
Erie. You eerily know before you try your luck at one of the eerie houses that nobody eerily will answer you. There will be no kindly red-warmed washerwoman to eerily welcome you here, no matter how much you eerily wish for it. Oh, look who's here, Maya! Quick, nobody mention feet!
Hello, my
Hi,
toes,
Maya! Toes. Look, it's the feet liker. Hi,
toes.
everybody! Howdy, Raiders! Jack, do the shout out! You got this, I believe in you! Howdy, Raiders! You all know me. I'm not even gonna do the introduction. We all know each other. Hi there.
Who is this used moisturizer stranger?
I don't know.
Eh.
That's weird. They're kind of weird, actually. What does use moisturizer even mean?
I think it means someone put their thing in it. Eh.
Jack, you don't put the at symbol. You just put the username for the shout out to make it a link. Try again.
Check out the
You got
just
this.
as charming.
But that does not
I know,
stop
I'm
you from
surprised
wishing
mine's
regardless.
just as charming as you.
Yeah. Almost. Almost, okay? Not quite as charming as me. Your knuckles rap smartly against the wooden door. Your efforts soon prove, however, to be in vain. Who's that rapping at my chamber door opens door? It's a rapper. Oh, that's who's rapping at my chamber door.
You, who's that rapping out of my outside my chamber door?
The fucking
You open the
crow
door
beep.
and
What is it? A
immediately
raven. Who's that rapping at my chamber
I'm
door?
just
Opens
immediately
door,
getting rapped on.
beatboxing raven. It's a beatboxing raven.
There's nobody here to hear your
Nevermore. Rap.
entry toes. That's what it says. Entry toes.
There is nobody here to hear your entreaties, however sad. You try another door and then another, but the result is the same regardless of how many doors you rap open. Oh my god. One person opens the door, you turn into a bird, nevermore, and fly away. The end. Nobody answers you. How could they? There's nobody here. Nevermore.
Hello, my
Once again. Quote the raven. Nevermore. Hello, lesbians.
nevermore,
Hello.
nevermore,
Hello,
nevermore.
hello, fellow lesbian. I'm kidding. No. Sapphic? Yeah, no, sapphic and lesbians are two different things. They kind of fall under the same umbrella, but they're different.
They're distinct, but often together.
Yes, they're similar, but not the same.
Yes.
Yes. Once again, you found yourself alone. So I'm just saying, this was advertised as a Yuri Yandere. There's no Yuri or Yandere so far. False advertising, anyone?
Yeah, I'm just waiting until when I get to appear.
Yeah, when do you get to appear? At least you have found some dwellings in which you can rest your weary head. Will you utilize one of the cottages for your purposes? Nobody's here. You might as well. But no, an abandoned cottage is not what you were looking for. Oh, it's Cinderella, isn't it? You would far rather have companionship. Yeah, it's Cinderella before, like... Yeah, it's Cinderella, isn't it? Bravely, you swallow your tears. You wipe your eyes with the back of your arm in a well-practiced motion, then inhale. You square your shoulders, and you keep on going. Surely the village cannot be completely deserted. There must be one person here, at the very least, who can help you. This is what you are thinking as you resume your search.
There is one person here. You.
You. Looks at mirror. It's you! Spider-Man pointing meme. You flit from cottage to cottage with precious little to show for your determination. Looking at the cottages
I
fill
read
you with
that
determination.
first.
What
I
happened?
read that as you flirt from cottage to college.
You flirt from cottage to cottage, trying to seduce every doorknob you see. Until you make yet another discovery. One of the doorknobs responds!
It's a
This village...
mech.
This village, with its squat thatched cottages bathed in the moon's glow, has a church. Well, of course it has a church. The villagers who once dwelt here were not godless heathens. Not that their fate did them all that much in the end. Yes, I was the goddess they were worshipping. Ha 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 ha. Still, the sight of the church soothes you overtaxed heart. Your overtaxed heart. You were so focused on your fantasies of a kindly washerwoman taking you in, you did not pause to entertain the fancy of a kindly nun doing much the same. Are we seducing a nun? All hope is not lost.
No,
You approach the
I
church,
have
which
no
seems
idea
to
what
tower over.
this is.
Are you going to be playing a nun? Imagine Eldritch Goddess
I
X
might be going to
nun.
hell.
The church is a small one, but it is stout and sturdy. It must be, for it has withstood centuries, forever standing, sentinel on this hill, like a relic from a bygone era. The church does not have any stained glass windows, but it does not need them. Even without more luxurious trappings, the church still exudes an aura of dignity, dignified solemnity. The stone building is fringed by a sizable graveyard, one which occupies the rest of the hilltop, and some of its sloping sides. The graves, which have been planted by generations of wardens, are hewn from a similar stone to which the church's walls are made of. Some of the gravestones are shaped like... I thought that said lasagnas.
Lozenges.
Lozenges. While others are shaped like crosses. Lasagnas and crochet. Lagange. A handful of headstones are even shaped like angles, though these are few and far between. There are very few people in a village, such as this one, who can afford such luxurious final resting places. If you're so drained, go to sleep, Maya! You look at the tombstones with almost childlike curiosity, forgetting in your examination of a visceral, heart-rending fear which gripped you as you ran through the forest. My mouse is gone. My mouse is just... There it is. Hello, mouse. I found you. You ate my mouse! No!
I mean, I do the same to Liv's router each week.
Oh my god, you chew on the wire? Please don't do that to mine.
No, I don't. I don't chew on the wires. I just chew on the Wi-Fi.
Oh. Are you gonna do that to mine?
No, your Wi-Fi tastes too much like lemons.
Too much like lemons! Yo, let's go! My acidic Wi-Fi saved! You're out of the woods now, and have subconsciously already begun to relax. That was your first mistake. Suddenly, Yuri happens.
It always.
Suddenly,
always
Jesus
jumps on
Christ
Yuri
from the Bible shows up. You
Yeah,
try
at
to...
this point, we still are not able to rule out that we're romancing Mary, mother of Jesus.
God, we're romancing a nun probably, so I don't know. I mean, we're queer. We're going to hell anyways. This might as well just lock this in. But it's dark and you are tired. Some of these graves are very, very old indeed. Yeah, that's how that works. You strain your eyes, but you do not have much luck in this endeavor. Oh well, such superfluous details are not important. You eventually tire of examining the graves in turn. I am this voice now. This graveyard is an expansive one, unusually so, given the village itself is so small. How can it boast so many corpses? Huh?
I think this is the fourth narration voice you've done this so far.
And there is so much to explore. You walk about... Watch me become it's gonna end up as the Slay the Princess narrator. You walk about the perimeter of the church, casting your gaze first here, then there. Then everywhere, consumed as you are by your immense all-encompassing curiosity. And as you do, you see her! Oh!
Shovel Knight.
Shovel Knight! If you're going down anyways, might as well have fun on the way down. Yeah, Kenzie, it's you. That's just straight up you, I guess.
It's me!
That's just you, for real, for real.
Damn, I'm looking fuckable.
I can't comment on that, Cleo. Can you agree to that? Cleo, agree to that!
Cleo, do I look fuckable?
Yeah, okay. That's
okay, I look fuckable.
Good. Okay, good to know. I'm not allowed to comment on that. She looks like an ordinary girl, small and scrawny, just like yourself, but she is much more... I thought appearance might suggest... I thought that said appearance might nugget, and I was like, what is a nugget doing here? She's chomping on chicken nuggets. For some moments, you observe her, hiding all the while in the shadow cast by the church. Like a furtive lizard clinging against the rocky edifice to shroud itself from the sun. I'm a lizard now. There is no sunlight here, though. There is only the night sky and the stars. I mean, I've already decided my persona was going to be a giant moth. Beneath the moon's light. Yeah, it's a moth, and the wings have, like, all the eyes on it.
Fun fact, one of my friends in high school, and one of my friends, they were high school, I was a middle schooler. One day, randomly, unprompted, just drew me a persona.
And it was a fox?
It was a wolf.
Close enough. Why do people default to, like, canine? I do wonder why.
Man's best friend and all that, but...
Yeah, you're right. Beneath the moon's light, a silvery implement the girl is clutching shimmers. It takes you a few moments to see what it is that the girl is clutching in her hands. It is not until you see her manipulate its sharp edge biting into the earth that you understand. It is a shovel. What? This girl is standing... Are you sure it's a shovel? I didn't quite see that. Hold on, do it again.
I mean, honestly, with how much do we're making of it. the mystery of it being a shovel, I'm convinced I might not be holding a real shovel.
Yeah, I feel like it's not a shovel. I feel like it's something else. It was bones. This girl is standing in an isolated corner of the churchyard late at night and she is digging a grave. I don't think this is you, actually. I think this is just a random character. Well, you suppose
No,
she could always be digging a
no.
hole for the sake of it, but her work seems too precise for this to be the result of mere whimsy. Digging holes brings me joy and whimsy. It is hard for you to see her face given the distance between the pair of you, but her posture is one that speaks supreme concentration. Are you supremely concentrated, Kenzie?
Yes, on your tits.
What? What? What are you concentrated on?
Two large orbs
Okay.
that are purple.
That's crazy. That's crazy. That's insane. Cleo. Cleo, help me. She moves slowly, mechanically, like a woman on a mission. Whoa. Driving the end of her shovel into the earth over and over. Her motions are regular enough to be repetitive. There is something hypnotic, almost in the manner in which she attends this task. Should you risk interrupting her? Do you dare? You get the feeling that she would not appreciate it. The shovel is in her hands, meanwhile, is rather hefty.
Do it, I promise to make your death quick.
Oh my gosh! Oh my god! If she wished it,
I mean, I have a weapon.
you could cause you no small amount of damage with it. Cold anxiety makes your skin prickle. You do not know if you should risk speaking to her when she, in her dark cloak with a shovel, looks very strange. But what do you have left to lose? You have come this far. It would be folly to turn back now. It is with this thought in mind that you decide to approach the strange girl. Your footsteps are quiet. You have grown accustomed to slinking around like a cat. I guess I'm a assigned cat by visual novel, guys.
ACBVN.
I guess. But they are not quite enough. I'm sorry, assigned cop at birth just came to my mind.
Yeah. Assigned cat by visual novel, assigned cop at birth.
Yes, totally. The girl's senses must be finely tuned because she blinks. Then she turns and whoa! Oh my god, those eyes! Your eyes meet, and once they do, you feel your breath catch in your throat. You did not have a clear view of the girl before, concealed as you were in the shadows, but now she's looking at you. You could tell that she is pretty. Kenzie, you're very pretty. Her skin is very
I'm
smooth,
very
and her
humble.
That's not what I said. Though obscured by a dark
What
hood
I
is...
said.
Okay, Cleo agrees with you. Her eyes, meanwhile, are clear, cold blue like ice. Those eyes of hers, which are large with unease, are fringed with very long eyelashes. She looks as though she has stepped out of the pages of a picture book. She is simply too perfect to belong to this world. Man, truly describing Kenzie, huh, Cleo?
Too perfect.
Yes, Cleo agrees. Look at that. I'm
Yeah.
I'm the best wing woman for the already together couple. Look at me go.
So we still can't rule out this being Mary.
Yeah, this might be Mary. Perhaps she's some kind of vision, a waking dream, a hallucination, but no. She is none of those. She is Mary. As in, marry me. Shovel lady. It's shovel night! Yeah! Just like Kenzie said earlier. The shovel she is clutching in her hands looks solid enough. Its pointed tip glittering wickedly in the moonlight. You still yourself, expecting perhaps some sort of outburst, but the tension soon drains from the girl's slender shoulders. Her fingers, which once were gripping the handle of her shoulder, tightly relax. Her lips curve towards the edges. Oh, she's smiling! Ah, that's so cute! It is transformative. When she smiles, she looks radiant, angelic almost. Hers is a smile that is suffused with light that your eyes begin to prickle from it. You are so relieved, and you almost feel as if you could cry. A wife? Yes, Cleo is Kenzie's wife and Kenzie is Cleo's wife. That is how that works, yes.
Well, wifey.
Wifey.
We're not legally married, so.
You can call each other wife, though. The laws are just a bunch of words.
Eh. You know what they say. Prostitution's the opposite of constitution.
Kenzie wants you to be the one to propose, Cleo? Aw, that's so cute. Oh my god. Cleo's gonna do such a awkward job and it's gonna be so cute. Aw, I want to be in the restaurant when this happens. I want to watch this.
Exactly.
Oh my god, this is gonna be so cute. Oh my god. Oh my god, I can already see it now. Her face is gonna be entirely red and she's gonna be like stuttering and it's gonna be so amazing. Oh my god. Oh my god. You're evil, Kenzie. Of course you would. Of course you would want her to be the one to do it. Oh my god. It would not be the first time you have wept during this night, and she smiled so good that I'm crying. You've been through a lot. You must be exhausted. The girl holding the shovel seems to realize this because she bridges the distance between you cautiously as one might approach a skittish cat. Then she says in a rough voice which does not match her dainty appearance. Well, she does live in a rural village. What were you expecting? This is you.
Oh, it's so good to see another person. I was afraid I was the only person left alive. The only one in the whole world.
No, there's also Mary and Jesus and Joseph just in the next town over.
Well, no, I am Mary. You
Oh,
are Jesus.
I'm Jesus, I'm pregnant, and you're the child. Now, that is quite the effusive greeting. Her introductory speech is riddled with exclamation marks. She is rather more personable than her apparel would make one suggest. You, a well-bred, whoa, hold on, I'm bred?
Wow.
Whoa, what happened?
You've really been around, huh?
I guess so, I've been around a lot. Cannot help me but feel overwhelmed. It is your turn to be bred once more. Now to be on your guard. Anxiously observe the girl with the shovel. You ask her what she means. What happened?
Oh, do you not know?
Maya, no. Maya isn't here. Maya's just not here. What do you mean, Maya? No. Maya, guys, it's me, Maya now. I like feet.
Oh, did you not know? The G fell off the sign. It's now just a graveyard.
I call it the bone zone, seeing as what the skeletons get up to. There is an awful lot you do not know. So much, in fact, that it could fill a whole encyclopedia. Well, how much does Maya do that makes you go, Maya, no, Jack, what the fuck? No, a whole library. You shake your head, ashamed at your ignorance, and the girl frowns.
You mustn't be from around these parts. I guess I should have known. This village is a small one, and everybody knows everyone else.
Yes, the girl with the silver hair, the pronouns, and the shovel. The girl's expression falls.
At least they used to. Back when there were still people to know. That ain't the case now, though. Not after the plague.
Yeah, the fucking plague! I'm sorry, I'm supposed to take this seriously, but it's so funny. I'm just like, yeah, there's a girl with a shovel. What happened to the rest? The others? Yeah, the plague. It fucking got them. I'm sorry.
The plague is what I call this shovel.
Me with them, yeah, I got the shovel and I plagued them. They all got by the plague. Me when the plague fucking gets you. There was a plague? No, like I said, the plague is what I call my shovel. That would certainly explain why the village, when you walked through it, was so quiet. Did everyone else succumb to the... I keep reading words wrong in my mind, but saying them properly. I'm just like, did everyone else succubus to this mysterious illness?
It's pronounced to Sakum.
Sakum. Sakum.
Ah,
That's right. It's just me here now. Oh wait,
no,
that's
it's
your line.
me.
Fuck.
No.
Hold on. There you go.
Ah,
Go ahead. Do read the
ah,
line.
right. It's just me here now. After
Wow, did y'all hear that? That there was a
shoveled
voice
the
that.
ground. After I shoveled them all.
Man, that's so weird. This character repeated itself. That's crazy.
I've not seen another human being in a long, long time.
Oh my
It's so
god, why
lonely
is it
here.
doing this? Okay, go ahead. It gets so lonely here. Oh, oh no. That's the name of the game.
It's so lonely here.
Oh god. I can feel the words penetrating my soul. Now that is an interesting turn of phrase, almost like it's the name of the game. It catches inside your head like a burr. Excuse me, are you Aaron Burr, sir? Depends who's asking. Oh, sure, sir. I've been looking for you. You were,
You
sir.
see, I punched the bursar.
I see. He handles my financials. You punched the bursar. Yes, I was seeking an accelerated course of study, but I got started. I went backwards in the song. I went backwards in the song. Talk less, smile more. Don't let them
Damn fool that
know.
shot her.
In New York. The Hamilton musical is so weird. Things are out of order. So, he met Aaron Burr, but then they were talking about Hamilton, and now they're also Hamlin is here, the fucking town from the Pied Piper for some reason. And Peggy.
Mickey and Jesus are just around.
Oh my god. George Washington's going home. He points his pistol to the sky. Wait! I'm the villain in your history.
Angelica,
Angelica, and Peggy, the Schuyler sisters. Peggy, Eliza, work. Then he's not to go down. Oh my god.
catches inside like a bullet from Aaron Burr.
It catches inside your head like you just said that. Oh my god, I'm just that's so good. Have you heard of it before? He handles my financials. You push the bursar.
Sanders coming home.
Keke mon ami. Je m'appelle Lafayette. The Lancelot of the Revolutionary set.
I came
from afar just to save. Oh my god! Why is Hamilton here? Hamilton, my favorite fairy tale. He's just Hamilton's the next romanceable option. Am I Hamilton? Am I playing Hamilton? Oh
wow,
my god.
So you are Jesus, and Hamilton so far.
I'm Jesus and Hamilton. History has its eyes on you. God. I'm so glad we're not singing whole songs and just snippets. YouTube copyright's gonna be so confused. You do not have much time to ponder this, however, because the girl takes a step towards you and whacks you with the shovel called the plague.
Ah, but where are my manners? They must have gotten rusty after being on my own for so long. After I whacked everyone with this shovel.
Called the plague.
Ah, my apologies, miss. You look like you've come a long way. You said you're a traveler, yes? And your hands are very cold. Just like ice.
I have something that'll warm them up. Here, hold this, hands you her hand.
Would you like to come inside? Maybe have something warm to eat and to drink? My home's small, I'm afraid, and my food ain't nothing fancy. But I'd be more than willing to whack you with my shovel. It's not every day another girl stops by. especially not one as pretty as yourself. I'm feeling very blessed.
I don't know about any letter. Get I'm crying, get up. Nobody has to know. The girl laughs, a carefree, airy sort of laugh, which does not match your initial impression of her. She must handle the financials. You thought when you saw her among the graves that she would be more distant, somehow, and more mysterious. Perhaps you are mixing her up with somebody else. Perhaps someone who also handles the financials. You are still unsure if you can trust this girl. No, she has the plague. I don't trust her. She has the plague.
I mean, they were in, there was the bursar who found out financials and Alexander Hamilton.
Alexander Hamilton.
No, Alexander Hamilton.
My name is Alexander Hamilton. And there's a million things I haven't done. But just you, Toad. Just you, Toad.
No, it's just you, Croak.
Just you, Croak. Just you, Croak. When he was 10 dead ridden 2 years, you see Alex mother bedridden. You're still unsure if you can trust this girl, but her invitation is an appealing one. For the rest of the stream, Quick, Kenzie, can you do a Lin-Manuel impression?
I cannot. No.
Damn it. It is much more appealing, certainly, than spending the night outdoors in this cold, keeping young graves. What are you, a romantic poet?
The most I can consistently do is a really shitty Russian accent.
Please. Very Russian. You very bad Russian accent. Cobra, you make a show of pondering the girl's invitation. At the very least, you do not want to eat. But the requisition is also an inevitability. Why would you ever refuse her? She's the first friendly face. Why would you ever refuse her? She is the first friendly face you have ever seen. Come here, comrade. Join me in my bed. We will have the Yuri. We will proceed with the Yuri.
Glory to the Soviet Union.
Welcome, welcome. Without her, you would be all alone. Ugh, I tried to clear my throat while speaking. It did not work. Your hostess leads you to a small, humble home located by a stone's throw, away from the church, built in the shadows of a twisted, towering sycamore. Professor Sycamore from Pokemon X and Y, my beloved. How are you here? How would you get here? Am I Professor Sycamore and Jesus and Alexander Hamilton? Why? I love how it's like a Yuri game, but all we've named our character is men. Help. The reason it's Yuri is because of Force Fem that happens later.
If, technically speaking, since Jesus was only born from Mary, there was no...
Oh my god! You're right!
Jesus is technically a trans icon.
The girl's home is in such a state, it seems folly to even call it a home. Hovel would, to you, be more appropriate descriptor. God damn, she's literally about to sleep with you, and you're like, damn, this place looks like fucking ass.
You forgot the S at the start. It's shovel.
The shovel, named the plague. But when your hostess leads you inside, her eyes alive, and she says,
"Here we are, home sweet home."
You don't have the heart to tell her that you don't find her home very homey or sweet. That'd be incredibly rude. Yeah, Professor Juniper is so hot. Like, oh my god, he's really hot. And I guess he has the daughter that everyone likes, but like, bro, he's so hot. Oh my god. Oh, I'm talking about the original Professor Juniper, the dad, by the way. Fuck the girl. I'm here for him. He's got the dad behind. I became French when I talk about Professor Juniper. In these first, no, getting ready, making red coats red with blood stains. Laugh by yet. I'm never gonna stop until I make a drop, burn up, scatter the remains. I'm laughing. Watch me in pain, escaping them, enraging them. I go to France for more funds, and I come back with more guns. And ships. That'd be incredibly rude. As a guest, you ought to be more appreciative.
Yeah, you ought to be more appreciative, Jesus. I mean,
Half
you were
heartedly.
literally born in a barn.
Half-heartedly, you look around your newfound surroundings. I am this voice now. The ceiling is supported by wooden joists and is perilously. Meowth, that's right! Not so much so that you were. Where did Meowth come from? But just felt enough claustrophobic. This is actually pretty nice. I don't know what she's talking about. There is a fire in the corner, though it is not consigned to a grate. The fire instead is blazing in the open, a circle of logs set alight, like a scene from a witch's kitchen. Above the fire hangs a silvery pot suspended. Oh my god, this girl's a necromancer. Oh my god. She's the one who caused the plague so she could revive everyone from the fucking dead.
I mean, did you look at her art? There's multiple bones on her outfit.
Oh my god. It's foreshadowing for how we're about to bone. Suspended from one of the wooden eaves. Oh my god. Man. Other objects of interest are hung from the eaves. Iron implements you take to be cooking utensils. Ah, man, this place has iron. Liv isn't allowed to be in this house anymore. Darn. Various herbs and strips of meat left to cure. And necromancer, are you ready, Slarmer? Yeah, romance my neck. Let's go. Kiss me where everyone can see. Let's go. The smell of cooking fills the air, mingled with the sharp, sour scent of unwashed bodies. Oh my! Have you how you wonder does your hostess clean herself? What? You do not see a bathtub anywhere. Perhaps she does not possess one. The girl's home is unremarkable in every regard, but it is you suppose. But it is, you suppose, more than better than nothing. At least there is a roof over your head and food to put in your belly. Oh, she just slides in from the left.
Slide
The girl
to the right. Slide to the left. Crisscross.
slide to the right. Slide. I could just disappear. I could just disappear. Goodbye. Slide to the right. Slide to the left. Slide to the left.
You can just keep making me do the Cupid shuffle.
Do the Cupid shuffle. The girl looks at the pot suspended in the fire, which she gives a stir with a ladle. Then she brings the ladle to her lips to taste whatever concoction she is brewing within it. It is me. I am the concoction. I am the soup. I am the soup. I am the soup. You can only hope that she is not like the weird sisters from that famous play. Bring a broth with many snake fillets.
Yes. I think this is just about done.
The girl says to nobody in particular. I'm nobody! Nobody!
Damn, that's 4 names now.
Nobody! It's me, nobody! Guys, look, it's nobody. I went around, I fought the Cyclops, and then, like, I went home, and I fucked my wife for 3 days, because I ain't nobody. She sets the ladle down back into the pot, then looks at you, and smiles.
Do you want something? It looks as though you've come quite the long way. You must be hungry.
I am hungry for more than just a meal tonight, lady. Just
you were hungry for the cats.
No, no. These words are like music to your ears. When does a cabbage become? When does a cabbage become a meteor? When does a cabbage become a blaze? I must become the cabbage. Wow. These words are like music to your ears, even more divine than the trumpets of God's most loyal angels. You are so hungry, you could eat a horse or a cabbage. Not that there are any horses in the immediate vicinity. You express your interest to your hostess, who smiles in response. The intimidating horse.
Cute lesbian couple. Evil and intimidating horse. I thought you'd like the sound of that. Just give me a few moments.
I consent. I consent. Evil, intimidating horse. Isn't there someone you forgot to ask? Your hostess retrieves 2 earthenware bowls from a cupboard with rickety hinges, into which she pours 2 hefty helpings of whatever it is she was cooking. Horses, probably. This she serves with bread, which is so hefty it could be used as a murder weapon. Oh my god, she's killing people with bread. I also call my bread the plague, by the way.
It's not much, I'm afraid. It's only my personal soup, the Black Death, and bread. It should take the edge off your appetite, though.
You thank your hostess for her hospitality, your stomach rumbling all the while. The soup does not look anything you would typically consume, but the soup's poor presentation does not dissuade you. I have eaten some gross-looking soup that's just, oh my fucking god, it's so good.
I have drunk piss before, so.
Anyways, moving on. It is true enough that people eat first with their eyes, but when one is hungry enough, one becomes obliged. What the fuck? Kenzie, we will not be bringing up what you consumed anymore.
Uh,
Looks at camera. Editor. Non-existent editor. Cut that out.
Editor,
What?
can you just delete, like, the past, like, minutes from all of time?
Yeah, please. Thank you, editor of God. Oh, wait, that's me! Why else do you think that people went stranded
Thank
upon...
you, Alexander Hamilton.
Yo, thank you, Alexander Hamilton. Thank you, nobody, and Jesus Christ, our Lord and Savior. Why else do you think that people went stranded upon a desert island? A desert island. It's made of pastry and cupcakes and a bunch of other ice creams. Resort to cannibalism. Humans, we haven't kidnapped an editor yet. Yeah, no, we don't have an editor. No, sorry. I just post VODs. Straight up.
Just make sure that their name, that you gotta make sure that their name is either Ed or Eddie.
Why?
Because then because then they're the editor.
Editor? No, you mean, so it's editor. So you want me to find
Editor.
editor?
Yes, editor. Then you can, you can say, who edits your videos. You can say Ed edited it.
Obviously, editor. Humans are creatures of necessity. You like to wrap yourselves up in pretensions, but in actuality, you are not much like other animals. Fuck. What happened? Why am I here?
Ah, no, my Yuri.
You are so hungry. Your stomach is achingly empty that you... Oh my god. That you certainly descend upon your food like an animal. Your teeth glint, your incisors gleam, and soon you have consumed all that the hostess has offered for you. She looks at you. That's hot. Your hostess watches you while you eat, and she giggles once you have finished.
Did you have to eat the bowl too?
I was really hungry. Well, unfortunately, the bowl is made of the plague.
Well, did you enjoy the bowl?
I did. Oh. You catch your hostess's gaze, suddenly abashed. You were so hungry you failed to account for her judgment. Now you have some food in your belly, though you have been suitably warmed. Your self-consciousness is returning. Did you not make a fool of yourself? You demur shyly looking at your lap, fearful all the while of what your hostess might think of you. You do not want her to take against you. Fortunately for you, however, and your fragile eagle, my fragile eagle, my eagle just shatters if you look at it. I'm so sorry, he just does that. Your hostess is not the judgmental
Apologies.
sort.
I thought that was a turkey.
Eagle fucking shatters. Oh no, my eagle. She's not like the girls you grew up with.
Well, I'm glad you enjoyed it. It's nice to be see my food being appreciated so heartily.
Do the laugh, do the chuckle, do the heh
Hee haw.
hee 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 hee. Michael Jackson, what are you doing? Am I Michael Jackson?
I know I'm not the best, but I've been practicing for a long while. I used to cook for my father all the time, you see?
And then I ate him.
And then I bonked him with my shovel.
I gave him the plague. This remark catches your attention.
At high
Quizzically,
velocity, I
if
gave him the plague.
Kensley, let me ask you a question. If quizzes are quizzical, what are tests?
Testicles.
Testicles? Yo, I can't believe fucking Spartan warrior Testicles is here. No way. Quizzically, you look at your hostess, your abashment over your animalistic eating habits suspended. What happened to her father? It seems a grim thing to contemplate after having eaten, but didn't your hostess mention something about a plague?
Yes.
Your hostess says, her voice now and serious. Soft now and soft now and serious.
That's right. There was my shovel.
And what are the villagers? What of her father?
I killed them all.
They're all. I killed them all. This took a really dark turn so fast. Cleo sitting here
They're all
like,
gone
guys,
now.
guys, play the game. It's such a good game. Don't make fun of it. It's like we're not making fun of it. We're just making fun of the plague. Guys, play my game. Be nice to my
Sign of a good
game.
game is if you're able to freely just take the piss out of it.
Kill them all. Whoa, oh, whoa, oh, whoa, Odysseus.
They're all gone now.
Gone.
Yes. You see,
Your hostess rearranges herself. I'm imagining like a Rubik's Cube. She just folds herself in on herself. Just like, yeah, hold on, let me rearrange myself real quick.
detach a leg, put it where an arm is, put the arm where
Zooble,
your ear was.
Zooble Digital Circus, is that you? One slender leg. Oh my god, collect my 8 pages is here.
Well, no, it's only a leg, so that's like 2 pages, because it's like
That's
a fourth
2.
of it.
You're right, that's 2 pages. Then she begins her tale in earnest.
My family has a history. We've lived here for centuries. By the church, so we contend to the graveyard, even if the G has fallen off the sign in
You
recent
see,
years.
my father, you see, my great-great-grandfather came from another place to New York City. He wrote like he was running out of time.
You see, that's why we became time farmers.
So he could write slower because we would farm the time for him.
Yes, I'm still not sure why he used
I do
time for his
realize that
pen.
her hairpins are like hourglasses, so he might not be that off.
No, I mean THYME time.
Oh, you kept
They
running out of
farm
time.
that kind of time.
We didn't know what he meant, so now we just have this whole thing of time. Ah, so this abode is centuries old then. Hold on, that was like a 7 out of, like a 3 out of 10. Hold on. So this abode is centuries old then. I see. Yes. It would certainly
It would
explain the
perfectly
dirt.
explain.
Yes, I sound like this now.
My father used to prepare bodies for burial back when he was alive. He built the coffins and he dug the graves and he lowered the coffins into the dirt.
Gift of respite? Okay. Let me see what that does. I will hydrate myself and stretch my non-existent yet still aching bones. Okay, well, you'll stretch. I've been hydrating this whole time, so we'll skip that. So we have like a 5-minute break from this game since we're taking a little breaky break. What do you want to talk about?
Cleo.
Kenzie, we talk about Cleo? Okay, Cleo. What do you want to talk? Cleo. What about Cleo? What do you want to talk about, Kenzie? What about Cleo? What's your favorite part of Cleo?
she's absolutely adorable, and I love her in every way.
She is very adorable,
And
yes.
her her reactions to whenever you call her cute or a good girl are, you know, adorable and just bring a warmth to
Why is Cleo so adorable?
uh
Look at her.
area.
Look at her.
I mean, like,
She
look at her picture. She's
she's such a good girl too. Like,
yeah. I mean, you've never seen someone so adorably incredible.
hmm
Such a cutie.
you okay, Kinsey? For the next 5 minutes, compliment Cleo.
5 minutes straight. Oh gods.
Oh, you can't do. That's kind of sad. You can't do it for 5 minutes. Darn.
No, it's just you're putting me on the spot here. Oh god. I like her hair, I like her voice, I like her face, I like her eyes, I like her teeth, I like her left ear, I like her right ear, I like her nose, I like her frontmost strand of hair, I like her horns, I like her tail, I like her boobs. Uh,
Cleo's probably asleep, actually.
I like her. I like when she pets me. I like her thighs. I I love how she always greets me enthusiastically whenever she wakes up. It's always a good way to start off the day.
Oh yeah.
Even if sometimes she's not the best about going to sleep at a reasonable time,
Yeah.
but she sends me a good morning message at 5 in the because well,
Yeah. Yeah.
she's a dummy.
She normally sends me good morning messages like around the top, like a couple of hours before I wake up. So
Yeah, she's a dumbass, but she's my dumbass,
yeah,
and I wouldn't have it any other way. Except
dumb.
maybe slightly less terrible sleep schedule.
I see.
Uh,
I just
she there are multiple times she's passed out just before our weekly uh TTRPG sessions on Mondays,
mm.
and I've had to call her mom to wake her up because when in doubt, you just call her mom.
I didn't know you just
Uh,
had access to her mom.
I think the funniest time was one of the times I called her mom to wake her up. Her mom like sprayed her with a water spritzer, and she immediately went back to sleep.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
I'm like, I thought her brother was the cat.
Both immediately went back to sleep, just dead.
Because her brother is very much a cat boy twink, very
Yeah,
much a
I
gay
know.
cat boy twink.
Yeah, I know. I've played games with them before.
Yeah, well, her brother is quite loud.
Yeah, I know. Oof.
Yeah.
We'll be streaming games and then I'll just hear her brother in the background yelling.
Sometimes I'll ask, I'll just hear screaming in the middle of like narrating something in the campaign, and I'm just like, now, really?
Yeah,
I don't know.
darn. Well, back to the game. The break has been fulfilled. All this to
Wait,
say, Cleo's a
we
really cool
have a
person.
stream end for only 150K.
What?
Blessing of silence.
Yeah.
Damn.
Should it be more?
Definitely. No, I'm just like, your 150K is. I've seen people put far less things for far higher.
Well, I'm nice. Everything is affordable. Fairly affordable. Okay, here you go.
I do also like the blessing of time. Just with enough points, you could just make your stream 24-hour stream.
Oh no, these can't stack.
Shame. Anyways, I know it might sound like an awful John, but somebody's got to do it. There's no sense averting her from death, not when it happens to the best of us. Even you, Jesus.
It is me, Jesus. Alexander Hamilton.
And Michael
Wise
Jackson.
up, Eliza.
No, it's a noble profession, one that's been handed down in our family for generations. My father's father was a was a grave looter, and so was my father's father's father's, and
Grave
my father's
robber.
father's father's furthers. Robin Graves is in our blood. It's who we are.
Hey, this game. It's who we are. Be okay. Moana, make way, make way. Uh, this game doesn't deserve what we're doing to it. Oh my god. My. That was a surprisingly pretty speech coming from a girl who lives in the countryside. Damn! I'm a bitch!
You're a well-bred bitch.
I'm a well-bred bitch. I've been bred a lot. A girl who was without much
Uh,
in the way of education. Damn! It is apparent, just to listen to her, and the way she slurs her syllables together, that she has never had an allocution lessons, not like you. There is a determination, however, to her, and a pride in her genealogy, which gives her a respectable aura. As an empath, myself, you cannot help but be impressed. So you ask your hostess, does that make her one in a long line of grave diggers?
yes,
Your hostess, the gravedigger says.
that's about right. Though I was never supposed to be a gold digger myself.
No, no!
It's not a woman's profession. So everyone says. My father didn't mind that though. He taught me everything he knew, and then some. And well, as I said, he taught me everything he knew. Uh, I might be a woman, but I've plenty of upper body strength.
Whoa, oh
I
my
can
god.
take care of a girl just as well as my father could,
What
without
the
breaking a
fuck?
sweat.
What the fuck? What the fuck? Why did your father teach you that? Just like, it's like, yo, we both like women, we have so much in common, let's go! Oh, without breaking. It's bad. Bad.
To the despair of my mother up in heaven, I am sure.
She's homophobic. Don't worry about her. I got her with the plague.
I'm sure if she was still alive, she'd rather I focus on more feminine pursuits, like basket weaving or sewing, rather than seducing women.
Yeah. But those are also feminine, so I might pursue them instead.
Not that that would do much good now.
Yeah, everybody got the plague.
There's nobody around who'd court me. Not for miles and miles.
Me already laying on the bed, huh? What'd you say? And what happened to her mother?
She died when I was very young, during childbirth. The other child also had a shovel when he came out.
Gave her
I
the
was only
plague, she
5
did.
years old.
Oh, well. You could relate to her, at least upon this point. Your parents are not dead, at least as not as far as you're aware, but you have not seen them in an awfully long time. They sent you away as soon as you were old enough, and they never once bothered to check up on you. For many years, there— God damn it, stop condemning me to the save files! There have been no letters, nor any visits. You offer the gravedigger your condolences. You do not know if that will help, but you feel like you cannot say nothing. That would seem heartless. The gravedigger, however, does not seem too upset by this turn of events because she smiles, albeit somberly.
It's alright. It was ages ago. I don't remember her too well, and I've never really had the luxury of sitting around and feeling sorry for myself. I had too much work to do, given everyone the plague and all.
Around the house, you ask?
That, too. I was the oldest child, so it was my job, after my mother died, to manage the sweeping and the cooking. Oh, and looking after all my siblings, too. No, not in that way.
What?
Looking after the children.
I had to take care of them, looks at the plague shovel permanently.
Uh,
God damn this murderous gravedigger.
Murderous grave robbing gold digger.
You blink intrigued, then glance about your hostess's humble lodgings. You do not see any siblings in the immediate vicinity. Where could they be? They got by the plague. I don't know what to tell you. The gravedigger must have noticed your roving eyes. You are not being exactly subtle because she shakes her head.
I had siblings, 2 younger brothers. They're both gone now. They traveled to a farm up north.
Oh. It's called the Plague Farm. That's what got him. Everyone goes by the plague eventually. You should have known. You apologize to the gravedigger for your lack of tact, but she does not seem upset by your faux pas.
Don't apologize. It's not your fault. My brothers weren't long for this world anyway. The youngest, he went to the farm when he was still a babe, and the oldest, he died before he reached double digits.
Yeah, the youngest went to the farm when he was a baby, but the oldest one couldn't because he just died.
Uh, I was upset about it at the time, of course, but I've come to terms with it. Life's a fleeting thing in this wicked old world. That's something you learn in this trade. Uh, Digging graves, I mean. I've dug graves for the elderly and the infirm, but also dug graves for young babes still in their swaddling clothes. That's the nature of death. Uh, it uh, it's cooms for us all in the end,
My
no
god,
matter how old we are,
stop.
no matter
Stop.
how much, no matter how much money we are, no matter how good or bad we look.
What the fuck?
Yeah, it's the great bisexual.
What the fuck?
So I've heard.
A chill creeps down your spine as you listen to your hostess's speech. She is not wrong, but the inherent mortality of all mankind is not something you wish to contemplate. This too disturbing.
For the longest of times, my family was a small one. It was just my father and me, but that was fine. It was how I liked it.
Yeah, I mean, the father's the one who taught you all the craft and stuff, so they would be like, yeah, my brothers are dead. I don't have to take care of them. I just have to take care
Yeah,
of
I
my
mean,
father.
my brother, my older brother was gay, but
What?
uh, I was very happy, even if our lives weren't the best.
Oh, wait. What? He died by the plague because he was gay? What? I'm confused. The plague got him faster because he was gay. Only I'm allowed to be gay, not my brothers. Oh my god.
I've never had any fancy clothes to wear, and we
Okay,
it's
what?
fine on the finest of foods. Hmm. In the grand scheme of things, we ain't anything that special, but I've always felt otherwise.
I've never had fancy clothes to wear. Ignore my custom-made grave digging dress.
I mean, yeah, she looks fine.
Yeah, look at this! Is there a way I can, like... Because in most visual novels, you can get rid of the text box and everything and just look at the art. I guess not. What's this button do? Oh!
Whoa, she's got an hourglass necklace.
Oh my god, look at her!
Oh,
And she got an
I
hourglass
want
figure,
to
by the
give her
way.
a hug. I thought I was blessed. We knew hardship, of course, and famine, but that's just the way life is round here. When food supplies were low, we always helped one another out.
It broke my heart to eat our neighbors. We cannibalized them, hit them with the plague.
I had my father, but I also had the rest of the village. We all looked after one another, and things always worked out in the end.
Yeah.
In the beginning, though, no, everything went to shit.
Yeah, immediately everything went to shit. We started eating each other. It was crazy. I'm the only one who survived.
Yeah, I mean, like, we still had like 2 months of food left.
I don't know why we started eating each other. It was kind of weird. Like we still like our potato farms were thriving, but then like somebody set them on fire because one person recommended cannibalism, and that's the person who set it on fire. So I guess that just happened. Whoops.
At least they did.
Our potato farm. No, not so much.
Uh, until my shovel happened.
My plague shovel. Yes, she had mentioned a shovel. You had been wondering when she was going to return to that topic. You suppose that the shovel is the reason that village, as you traversed, it was so very empty.
Youths, the plot was right. The shovel tore through the village. I don't remember when. It feels like it was a while ago, but maybe it wasn't all that long after all.
I think it's so funny to think that the shovel is called the plague, but the shovel did all that shit by itself, and then she came along and tamed it and was like, no, you don't have to hurt anybody anymore. I got you.
It feels like I've been on my own for centuries, but
Your hostess's eyes begin to cloud over. She has the plague! She looks as though she is entrenched within her own memories. What could she be remembering? You have never seen a plague before, though you have heard of them in your history classes. Your history professor was quite enthusiastic about the subject. She talked about piles of dead bodies stacked up on the streets that stacked up in the wooden carts come to take them away with no shortage of a plume.
plum.
Plum. She was a strange woman, your history professor.
That plum. The plague came on very suddenly. There was no warning. One day, everyone was fine, and the next. They were all dead.
It is with no small amount of anxiety that you eye the gravedigger. Then you ask worriedly, surely they could not have all died? Is that not an exaggeration?
Oh, if only. I wish I was exaggerating, but it's the truth. Honest to God. The people in the village died, one after the other. Just like that. I saw what the plague does to people firsthand. My father was one of the first people who caught it. I think one of the bodies which came through that we buried must have had it. Not that I know for certain. I'm just guessing still. My father didn't have an easy time of it. His skin turned all gray and clammy, and he turned into a clam. There were night sweats and stomach clams.
Whoops.
And then there were the boils.
The boils?
Uh, the boils. They were the size of eggs and they were full of pus. When they burst, it stunk. The whole house was full of it. The stink of death. Oh, it is the Black Death. Fun.
Yeah.
Bubonic plague. The wise woman in the village came to see if she could be of any use, but it was no good. My father was too gone already. She took one look at him lying on his deathbed, and she shook her head. She said she didn't want to get any closer. I can't say I blame her. It was a ghastly sight. I didn't appreciate it at the time, though. I felt like she was turning her back on us. And when she turned around to leave, she was. I guess that's how, facing away from someone works.
Yeah. I had my eyes closed, so I'm not quite sure.
I wished her ill. I remember that after she left. Until a few days passed and she fell sick too. Then I felt bad for cursing her. I couldn't help but worry if it was all my fault. Silly, I know, but
The gravedigger closed her eyes. She seems to squint her lids together until her lashes melt like flecks of falling snow. Her shoulders, which are very slender, are shaking. She looks as though she might at any moment fall apart.
it wasn't long after that that the rest of the village fell ill. They all had the same systems as my father, turning into clams, the fever, and the bubonic plague. The boils grew, then they burst, and then they died in screaming, stinking agony. My father died too, only 3 days after he fell ill, but I think even that was 3 days too many. I didn't really want my father to die, of course. I did everything I could to help him, but it was all pointless. Unlike my shovel, none of my herbal salves had any impact. I couldn't make a blind bit of a difference. All I did was stand about his bedside, tell him it'd be all right, until his eyes sank into his skull like two black stones and his mouth dried out. During that last day before he died, he might have been a corpse already. He didn't look at me, he didn't speak to me, he just lay in bed with his eyes closed, groaning. I'd never wished any ill on my father before, but those moments, I
The gravedigger squeezes her hands, which are resting upon her hand-clad lap into fist. You're right. Show me the hands. Ooh, pretty dress. She trembles. Then, in a voice throbbing with an awful emotion, she says,
wish he'd just died.
well, based on her anecdote, it does not sound like she had overly long to wait. I wonder if she could consider... Oh, it's Vesper! Ah! And I gotta go pet my cat. I'll be back. Tuna, it's time to pet my tuna. Tuna. Time to pet my tuna.
Well, hello, Vesper. My wife volunteered me to seduce a cosmic eldritch thigh slime, so that's what I'm here to do.
I have petted a kitty. The kitty has been petted. Hi, Vespa. Would you like to join us, Vespa? I don't know if you would be able to read, but you could hang out. Get rid of the delay. I wonder if she could consider that a silver lining. No, perhaps not. The gravedigger is still shaking. She will not cry, will she? Okay, then take your rest. You hope not. Awkwardly, you look at the gravedigger. Don't worry about it. Don't worry about it. No need to apologize, Vesper. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. You're doing great. You were not sure how to soothe her, but you must make some sort of an effort, even if it's a token one. You shift upon your chair, which feels very cold and hard beneath your thighs. What? Like thigh mention? Then you say very softly that you are sorry. It is not much, but it is all you can think of saying. You had thought initially that your situation was comparable to that of the gravedigger, but now you can see that this is not the case. Her suffering has far outstripped your own. And now let's see if we can outstrip each other. Let's go! Yuri! Not that suffering is a competition, of course. Your apology feels inadequate to your ears. Largely because it is. But the gravedigger seems not to mind. She is very big-hearted, that girl, to smile at you so, no matter how foolish she might be. Do you really deserve such kindness?
No. Again with the apologies. It's alright. Like I said, you didn't cause any of this. I'm not upset with you. I'm just horny.
Disappointed.
Recounting what happened is all. I do wonder, though, why I never fell sick myself. Was it because of this, charm poison immunity?
Maybe.
I thought I was gonna die, so I'd already prepared for the Reaper to come and take me away. But maybe he wasn't interested. He might prefer, men, you know? I've not had the chance to ask.
I mean, honestly, if you preferred men, that's fine, because I prefer women.
Maybe he's already satiated his appetite on all the others.
Yeah.
That, or maybe he thought he'd have to leave me alive for practicality's sake. With my father gone, who else would tend to the dead? I was the only person left by the end of it all, so I had to bury the people in the village. All, all 14 of them.
Oh, there's 14 people in the village. Whoops, did I skip something?
They're all rest in peace.
Okay, sorry, hold on.
They're all resting peacefully now under the earth, where my shovel can't reach them.
Whoops.
I was the only person left by the end of it all. So this is back. So, gotta
Hold on, I'm gonna do
inverting.
something. Sorry, hold on. Wake up. Kenzie.
On the one hand, I'm happy for them. They were able to escape from all their suffering. When I think about all the people I've lost, though,
The gravedigger tenses. Then she sniffs.
when I think about the kindly washerwoman who helped me scrub the mud and the dirt from my clothes,
Aha! So the village did have its fair share of washerwomen after all. It would seem your earlier insistences upon this peculiar point was not without merit.
and the handsome female young farmhands who used to flirt with me.
Yes, they were women.
The priest who preached at the church, who told us wonderful tales of paradise, and the children who would skip stones on the lake and play hopscotch in the streets. I can't help but feel so lonely.
The gravedigger's eyes begin to shine once she has finished her address with tears, but she does not let them fall. She is being very brave, much more so than you are. Anxiously, you extend a hand towards her, meaning to. What? Give her a hug? You do not know her well enough. Pat her head? That'd be infantilizing. Squeeze her hand? Perhaps that would be misconstrued as a romantic overture, and that is the last thing you want. You
No,
endured more than.
I think that's what you'd like.
Yeah, that's what I want. You endure more than your fair share of teething over that. You sit there for a few moments, paralyzed by the indecision as the gravedigger poorly suppresses her sniffles. In the end, you let your rock hard arm drop back to your side. Your hand resets upon your lap, as useless as a damp kindling. Hold on. Oh my god, there's so much going on. You do not know what to do with it. You do know that you ought to say something, though, to show that you heard her plight and that you care. I love you. No, not that! Fuck! You do not know what this is something should be. However, no words could ever console the gravedigger. They would never be enough. They can offer some balm, however, to the bereaved, and so after a pause just long enough to be awkward, you offer your condolences. What else can he say?
Oh, no.
The gravedigger replies, wiping a few stray tears away with the back of her arm.
It's all right.
Anyway, let's take a moment to look at the gravedigger in all her glory. Look at her! She's so cute! She's so pretty. Okay, back at it.
I've grown used to it, really, being on my own. I mean, it ain't so bad, really. And I'm not alone now, at least. I've met you. You'll keep me company, won't you?
Yes. Well, what can you say to that? Sorry, I'm unpacking my medicine right now. I got my second, like my newest prescription refill of estrogen. Is this for 6 months? Because this is a lot more full than the last one. Oh, God. I've finally reached the stage where I don't have to refill it every, like, couple of days. Estrogen? Nice. Yes. Wait, you're here! You're reading! Why can't you talk? Why are you typing?
I love that it took you a second to realize that.
What the fuck? Yeah, I have estrogen. I have, most of the medicine I need. I do have this specific kind that's supposed to help regulate, like, make sure my liver doesn't fail or whatever.
My my estrogen's through patches because the pills made me want to vomit.
Yeah, sometimes. They're very chalky. Let me grab a water bottle for my pills real quick.
I feel like chalky is an understatement.
So I ended up getting a refill a little earlier than I'm supposed to so that I can start taking more than what they're prescribing because I don't trust them anymore.
So
I was told that like, oh, all you need is like one a day and you're gonna be fine. And then I talked to a friend. I talked to Saturn, and they were like, oh no, you gotta take more than that, especially with the pills. So we're taking more pills now. Let me pour one of my things into the other one so that I don't have to worry about. Okay, there you go. Kids. Okay, there we go. What? Well, what can you say to that? I don't want it. I'll take your estrogen, Pepper. You aren't callous enough to trample this girl of hopes, are you? You know full well yourself how awful that feels. You can do nothing but nod, a response which makes the girl smile more widely still.
oh, that's wonderful. I know you're just travelers passing through, but I can offer you bread and board and my bed until you leave.
I can offer you to be bread.
Ah, no, I do not lack the proper equipment for that.
Nah, she's
I
transparent.
have
She's
food
got it.
enough and my own bed.
And my
I
own
can make
bed.
it up for you right now.
No, we're sleeping together. No thanks, I've already been Vesper. Vesper. God.
Well, I mean the protagonist was already earlier described as well-bred.
Yeah, I'm well. I, Charlie Reyna, am well bred.
Ah, you must be tired after your long journey. Give me a moment.
Slide to the right. The gravedigger rises to her feet in a flurry of excitement, then retreats. You watch as she departs, a little too eager to please, and frown. The girl's home is small. Humble one with the low ceiling and slanted walls. You cannot imagine such a small dwelling possessing a spare bedroom. This so-called spare bedroom, in all likelihood, That room her father slept in before the plague carried him off. You do not think that you would much like to spend the night in the room of a dead man, but what choice do you have? You are tired, wretchedly so. Why, it is all you can do to keep your eyes open. While you were running through the forest, desperate to escape your pursuer, you had no thought in mind beyond finding some safe sanctuary in which you could recuperate. Now that you had found said sanctuary, it would be unreasonable to find faults with it. You ought to learn to be more thankful for what you have. Is that how we're mirroring your carrying in the game? No! No! It's a joke. Uh, if we need to mirror, I'll get pregnant. Don't worry about it. I take that back. I take that back immediately. I'm good. You rise and follow the
Me,
gravedigger. What?
I did once tell I did once tell Cleo that I'd only accept her claims of loving her more than I do her if she impregnated me.
Oh my god. Cleo, keep trying. You'll do it one day. You got this. Which is every bit as cramped as you feared it would be. At least there is a bed, which comes as something of a relief. The rest of these lodgings are so humble. You were half expecting a straw pallet. As tired as you might be, you cannot lie to yourself. Yeah, you don't want the suffering, Charlie. Oh man. Okay. You have no desire to sleep among the hay like an animal. The sheets of the bed are clean too. In fact, you discern with a cursory glance. So you'll not be expected to sleep upon the sweat-soaked linen of a plague-ridden man after all. This really is your lucky day.
I got you this too.
The gravedigger says somewhat shyly as she hands you a folded gown.
So sleep in. I thought might come in handy. Your clothes are a little shabby.
She could say that again. Your skirt is covered in mud. It cannot go spin. And the hem is torn and ragged.
Yes, the greatest tragedy. Skirt cannot go spinny. But the nightgown is one of my own, old ones. It's suffered a bit of wear and tear, but I hope it'll feel alright. It's clean, if nothing else.
You accept the nightgown from your benefactress with words of thanks. You want to sound appropriately appreciative, but you cannot mask your fatigue. Weariness overcomes you and you yawn, a fact the gravedigger does not fail to notice.
Oh, begging your pardon, I don't want to keep you. I'll be making myself scarce. If you need anything, though, don't hesitate to ask. I'd be happy to help, even if it's warming your bed.
Yes, yes, please. What? Who said that? The gravedigger bows her head. Sleep with me. What? Who said that? Then hurries. It must have been the wind, closing the door behind her with a thud. Tired though you are, you soon find that you rather miss your hostess's company. In the face of her good-natured smiles, you could almost forget all the hardships you have hitherto endure. My bad. Enjoy. What the fuck? In her absence, however, your lodgings feel almost unbearably cold and inhospitable. You suppress a shudder, then unclothe yourself. You work as quickly as you are able, but your fingers are cold and they fumble with the buttons of your blouse. It takes you more time than you would like to complete this endeavor, but you soon have your shirt and skirt dispensed with. You are too tired to fold them neatly, so you do not bother to fold them at all. Instead, you cast them carelessly upon the floor, as defiant as a sulky child, then pull on your new nightgown. Your hostess's early warnings were apt enough. It is quite worn, but it fits well enough. It is more comfortable, at least, than your old uniform. You have endured worse. Newly dressed and ready for bed, you loosen your hair from your braids and settle down among the
Whoa.
sheets. What? Excuse me?
Oh, I didn't say anything. If you were.
Oh. It is with a sigh you extinguish the weakly flickering candlelight which burns on your bedside, and with another sigh that you lay your head upon your pillow. Though physically exhausted, you have to wonder whether you will be able to sleep at all. You cannot recall your previous dash through the forest in such a vivid detail your heart is still pounding. That fear has yet to leave you. Perhaps it'll never leave you. Your terror was such, it almost felt as though it was suffused itself into your bones, into your very being. But your exhaustion is better than your worldly anxieties, and soon it claims you. Your eyelids fall shut, and breathing inevitably begins to given out. Sorry. It is not long until you are spiraling through the dark, deep abyss, lost in Morpheus's kingdom. But your sleep, despite your wearied state, is not as restorative as you would hope for. Your imagination has always been overactive, even at... God. My brain hurts right now.
Conservator.
Conservatoire. You are frequently beset by dreams of the most vivid nature. In dreams that you have had this night lying beneath unfamiliar... Hold on, let me Google something. Familiar sheets upon an unfamiliar bed. You are no less intense than usual. In your dreams, you are back at the conservatoire. Conservatory. Conservatory? Yeah! The place where the adventure of yours began. You are wearing the... Oh my god, apparently the main story takes 1 hour to beat. We're almost at 2! White blouse you once discarded, and your gray, unremarkable skirt. Your hair is tied and braided, and your eyes are downturned, forever focused upon your feet. You tried not to look at your classmate, and you thought yourself fortunate if they did not look at you in return. You did not want to know anybody to notice you. Until that awful winter, that is, where everybody stopped paying attention to you for good. Nobody tried to trip you when you walked past them in the hallways. Nobody, in fact, so much as glanced at you. All of a sudden, there were no malicious whispers, no good laughter, no pulled hair, and no thrown objects. You were giddy with relief at first over this newfound means of tormenting you that your classmates had devised, but this little game, that of complete and utter disregard, continued, and on, and on, and on. And on, and on, and on, and on. Life goes on and on, and as the days grew shorter, and the nights grew longer. As the time passed, you began to fret as if to the state of your own corporeality. Could anybody still see you? Did you even exist at all? Then at long last you found it, quite by accident, the source of all your woes. One of those girls had erected in the forest, through which you were sometimes bidden to jog for PE class, beneath the shade cast by an old oak tree. It was a makeshift tombstone, a small meager monument made by the stone, upon which one of your classmates had hewn a name. Your name. You knew at once as you stood there, standing beneath the shade of the ancient tree, that this was the reason behind your classmate's silence. This was why they had for months been ignoring you so assiduously. They had buried you. Their hearts, you had already died. Your eerie dreams notwithstanding. Oh, fuck. I skipped it. Oh, damn it. Ugh. You sleep more comfortably than you had anticipated. When you wake the following morning to the sweet chirping of birdsong, you feel well rested, albeit woozy. Your head is aching. It is nothing, however, that a cup of hot tea cannot fix. You stumble into the kitchen, your night clothes, your hair loose and your feet bare, and the gravedigger turns to you. She looks at your face, which is pasty, and your under eyes, which are dark, and exclaims in the manner of one accustomed to solving problems, not complaining about them.
Oh, you look awful. I think you need something warm to drink. Maybe you
Nothing a
need something
hottie.
to eat too. Let me
Vesper.
get started on breakfast.
Nothing a hottie can't fix, Vesper. It's nothing HRT can't fix. And that is exactly what she does. She gets started on breakfast, which proves to be quite the simple affair. Nothing like the luxurious food you were accustomed to in your past life. The bread is hard enough to break your teeth on, and the cheese is a bit too strong. It is food all the same, though, and you do not complain. Your stomach was beginning to grumble. The tea is inoffensive, at least, and you drink it gratefully. You thank the gravedigger girl for her hospitality, and she smiles at you in return. A sunny smile, like a field of blooming bellflowers.
It's no problem. Don't hesitate to ask me if you need anything else.
She says, words which come to symbolize your relationship. You stay with the gravedigger for many, many more days. Limited through though her means may be, she always tries to help you. The gravedigger sets you chores about the house to keep you occupied, a fact for which you are grateful. You need to do something. Ugh, you need to do something to keep your mind off your frantic flight through the forest. You can almost forget about it now during the day. During the night, however, it returns to you. The sound of your feet against the foliage, the swirling fog. When you sleep, you are assailed by nightmares. Sometimes you wake up after midnight, the sheets twisted around your body and your mouth gaping open in a paroxysm of terror. Though you try to tell yourself through otherwise, you are still afraid. Being with the gravedigger makes you feel less so, though, particularly when you're sweeping the floor, keeping an eye on the bread shit. Go back. On the bread loaves so they do not burn. You attend most of the domestic chores while the gravedigger concerns herself with the work she knows best. That is, digging graves. Her dogged persistence when it comes to this pursuit intrigues you, so much that you cannot help but posit a question to her on one particular morning when the sky is festooned with clouds. Why, you ask her, perhaps a touch insensitively, do you continue to dig graves? There's nobody left, after all, to dig them for. You have always seemed practical, and you cannot see the point in it.
What's the point in it? Hmm.
The gravedigger ponders while holding her precious shovel to her chest. Fortunately, she does not seem upset by her question, despite its bluntness. You should count yourself lucky by her temperament. It is so very placid.
I don't suppose there is any point to it, really.
The gravedigger eventually says with a small smile.
I know it doesn't have any practical purpose, but, well, digging graves is what my father did. He showed me how to do it so I could continue his legacy. My father wanted to keep our family tradition going, and I suppose I want to do the same. Ah, that's all there is to it, really.
You getting sleepy?
Starting to get pretty tired, yeah.
You want to head out?
Can continue for a few more minutes.
Okay. I don't know how long it's supposed to go, but apparently I'm supposed to be able to beat the main story in like an hour, which is insane because we've been going for two.
When you're not reading it out loud and everything.
Yeah, but like, there's three paths, remember?
Yeah, maybe it's each path is an hour. Isn't an hour going through on your own quickly.
Maybe. That's all, is it? You think you can understand that? Though your companion's actions might appear to be illogical, there is a kernel of reason nestled amongst them. She does not dig graves out of any sense of purpose. She does it, instead, out of sentiment.
Besides, I have to do something to keep myself busy, don't I? If I spent my days idling on my own, I think I'd go mad.
The gravedigger laughs at this as though the prospect of her own madness is amusing. Her laugh, despite her slender stature, is not particularly delicate. It reminds you, perhaps unkindly, of the braying of a horse. You are ashamed of thinking such a thing, though, and your face flushes with the guilt of it. We cannot all be well-bred young ladies, you know. Still, the laughter of the gravedigger as it echoes through the gray gloom sky is strangely desperate. It sounds forced. Her smile, too, is a touch unnatural, the rictus grin of a corpse. You find, despite your attempts to return her laughter with a polite giggle, that you cannot. You cannot help but pity her. And then the void takes her. You retreat indoors briefly after you talk about with the gravedigger, then set out about some simple chores. The gravedigger trusts you well enough to manage sweeping the floor, a task which does not take particularly long, and the preparing of the meals, a task which takes slightly longer. It is not until much later, however, once the sun has already sunk beneath the horizon and the moon is high in the sky, that the gravedigger returns from the outdoors. She is windswept after many hours exposed to the elements, and there is a dirt caked beneath her fingernails. The gravedigger removes her cloak, which she hangs by the door, then looks to the pot suspended over the fire, a fire which you stoked with your own fair hands. The scent of cooking food, that of garlic and onions, fills the air, suffusing the interior of the kitchen in a hominy aroma which makes your stomach rumble. Taking stock of this, the gravedigger smiles at you, a toothy smile which, despite her status as a lowly peasant, is surprisingly clean and bright and white.
Thank you so much, dear one. There's nothing like returning home after a hard day's work to find dinner already prepared. Now let me give it a test, my housewife.
My housewife. The gravedigger dips a spoon into the soup, then brings it to your lips. Your lips? Oh, brings her lips to your lips. She blows on it.
Mm.
Then she places the spoon into her mouth and the wooden utensil clacking against her teeth. You observe this with a touch of anxiety. Will she like the food which you have prepared for her? You have cooked for her before in the past, and she was always very complimentary of your efforts. Lebanon! Says Vesper. Cooking is not your forte, however. You never had to concern yourself with it really growing up in relative comfort as you did. You think that you enjoy this rural, rustic mode of existence more than you did any of the privilege of your past life. At least now with the gravedigger you have a steadfast friend, a staunch ally. When you are with her, you are not alone, and that is worth its weight in gold.
Mmm,
The gravedigger exclaims, after drawing the spoon from her lips, her smile a bright, guileless one.
it's delicious.
Your face flushes at this compliment. You are accustomed to receiving them, and it makes you feel good. Shyly, you ask the gravedigger if she truly means that, a query which makes the gravedigger smile.
Of course I mean it, good, you good girl. You've
Oh my
become quite
god, whoa,
good at cooking,
whoa,
really.
whoa, no. That is really. You're not very good at all this cooking malarkey in the beginning. You did not know how to handle a knife nor how to peel a vegetable, and you cut yourself more than once. You bled into the soup on several occasions, but never once did you throw this sullied soup out. The gravedigger lives a humble existence, and she cannot afford to waste her precious ingredients. Her soups during your stay have all been seasoned with the slightest hint of iron. Today's soup, however, is a marked step above all the rest. You did not cut yourself up with the knife even once. Maybe your companion's compliments are not empty fluff. Maybe you really are improving.
The soup should be ready to serve. I have some bread too that we can eat it with, but oh, I should brew some. I should brew some tea too. Let me.
Ah, yes, the tea. You knew that you were forgetting something. You were so focused on the soup it must have slipped your mind. Your face flushes yet again at this oversight, and shyly you offer to correct it. Please don't bleed into the soup. That's a health. The plague has taken over this village, and she's the only. Wait, we get tea. Yes, Vesper. The plague has taken over the entire village, and this girl is the only survivor. I think
Blake is the name of her shovel.
plague is not the name of her ship. That's a joke we made up. The gravedigger, however, waves your
Mhm.
request aside.
No, it's all right. You made the dinner, so I'll brew the tea. It's only fair, and it won't take all that long.
It's because she was feeding people blood. That's good.
Oh no,
Which you might.
that is you, aka Jesus, aka Alexander Hamilton, aka
Odysseus,
Odysseus,
aka
aka
nobody.
nobody.
God. I shall give. No. I am Charlie, and I'm going to. I'm doing the Yuri with Gravedigger Girl.
Would you mind serving up the
Oh,
soup while I'm busy?
sorry. Of course, you would not mind. You do enjoy making yourself useful. Oh. For a lady, you are awfully domestic. Oh! You work alongside the gravedigger to finish your nightly meal together. You serve it, soup and bread, alongside 2 cups of piping hot tea, prepared for your host by your hostess's own 2 hands. You sit together at the table, then partake in this simple fare, after saying grace. The soup really is quite good, despite it being made from mostly commonplace ingredients. There is a bit of a kick to it, and it warms you from the inside out. The tea, meanwhile, is very soothing, so much so that it makes you feel rather sleepy. You would like to sit with the gravedigger for a little while longer and tell stories, as you have sometimes in the past. That or play cards. The nights are long, and there's no better way to pass them than spending time with her. Games of old maid, alas, will have to wait. You are too tired for it. You do not know what has happened, but after consuming your victuals, you are utterly fatigued. You explain your predicament to the gravedigger between your yawns, and she nods in response. That's all right.
That's
Oh,
alright.
sorry.
You don't need to
Sorry.
stay up with me, not if you ain't up to it. You should head off to bed and rest that pretty head of yours.
You should sleep with me. What? Who said that? Let's appreciate the art once more. I love this.
Vesper, have you appreciated the gravedigger girl enough?
Yeah, we'll just wait until Vesper has appreciated it enough. If we end stream and then negate it, does that force you into a state that I have to stream permanently? No, it is not. I do have a clause for that. If you if you end stream and then negate it, nothing happens. They straight up cancel each other out. I don't know what to tell you. You do not think you are particularly pretty, but you presume that the gravedigger is just regurgitating a phrase to you. She does not truly mean it. How could she? She is far prettier than you are. You thank the gravedigger for her understanding, then rise from the table. You retreat to the spare bedroom on trembling legs, then change out of your clothing. You have only just slid into your nightgown when you bear the rapping of knuckles upon your door, light and unobtrusive. The rapping could, of course, belong to but one person. It is the gravedigger come to check up on you.
I'm sorry.
The gravedigger says, her voice soft.
But you rushed to your room so soon after eating. I couldn't help but be worried about you. Would you mind if I took a look at you? I just want to see if you're alright.
So what I think, so obviously we can go the sexual route of, oh, she wants her bad, but I think she's checking to see if I got the plague. The gravedigger is trying to keep her voice steady, but you can hear her wavering regardless. Shirley does sound concerned, so much so she could very well be on the brink of tears. You do not want her to cry for you. You would feel horribly guilty if you upset her, even inadvertently, given all that she has done for you. You bid the gravedigger entry into your room, therefore, without further delay. An invitation she hastens to take. The door swings inward with a creak, and there your hostess stands, still attired in black, her clothes a stark contrast to your pure white, well, off-white, nightgown. The gravedigger looks at you, seated in bed with your hair freed from your usual braids, and exhales. Is that relief you ponder, laying about her face? But why? What was she expecting to see exactly before entering your bedchamber?
Thank you for letting me in.
The gravedigger says, toying with her fingers.
How do you feel?
Not too terrible, you reassure her. There are no particular problems with your health. You just feel tired.
Are you sure you're not sick? Your face does look a bit pale.
There'd be nothing out of the norm. You were always pale.
True. Now, is there anything I can do for you? Would you like something warm to drink? Or maybe a hot brick to place in your bed? Should keep you warm.
Oh. Uh, you appreciate your hostess's thoughtfulness, but you reassure her that this won't be necessary. You'll be fine.
I hope so. I thought about that about my father too before he.
The gravedigger begins, but her voice soon trails off. She does not finish that note. She does not need to. You know now what she was thinking of before she entered your bedroom. Cold, clammy skin, sweating brow, rank oozing pustules. You think upon these symptoms, which are eerily similar to those recounted during the Great Plague, which once beset your own country. You shudder.
If you don't want anything, then I'll be on my way.
The gravedigger says.
But before that,
Before that,
this was just a fancy on my part, but I was wondering,
no, oh,
would you mind if I brushed your hair for a little while?
your hair.
That's right. Such a pretty shade of red is all. I just thought.
Oh, okay. So I'm playing as Cleo. Actually, sorry guys. No. Ugh. Choose then. Do you want do do you want me to Vesper, would you like me to sing the first part of Daisy or Happy Birthday? Because I can't think of any more short songs. I'll need to add to the list. What would you like, Vepper? Daisy. Okay. Well, I'm going to mute myself on call so that only stream can hear me. Sorry, Kenzie. And Cleo. Okay. Seeing as I got Rue to watch TAC last week. Nice! Hold on. Okay. Sorry, I'm playing with her. Am I muted? I should be muted on call. Yep, there you go. Okay. Daisy, give me your answer, do. I'm half crazy, all for the love of you. It won't be a stylish marriage. I can't afford a carriage. But you'll look sweet upon the seat of a bicycle built for two. I was a little off, but it's fine. I started too low and I tried to go back up. Damn. Might I suggest comically large and you don't know what that means. Anyway, we're back! Howdy, how there?
Cowabunga.
Cowabunga. Well, it's just a fancy, really. Okay, next one.
You don't have to let me, not if you don't want to, but I thought it might help you relax if you're feeling under the weather. I've heard it's supposed to be soothing.
This is what the gravedigger says, but you have the distinct feeling that she is the one looking for solace here. She is not quite so selfless, perhaps, as she would like you to think. But she has been very good to you, and has done so very much for you, and you do not want to begrudge her this small self-indulgence. What is this voice? Why am I slipping into the voices? The voices! Kenzie, help! You rather think that she deserves it.
Have you tried spinning?
Actually, I am in a swivel chair. Hold on, let me spin. Whee! Okay, I spun.
There we go, the skirt has spun.
You agree there. Okay. Therefore, to her request, and upon doing so, you are certain you have made the right choice. Have you tried antipsychotics? No. Your hostess's fate lights up immediately, in a manner which makes you blush.
Oh, thank you. It'd be my honor. Now, let me fetch my brush.
Hand picks up shovel called the plague. The gravedigger retreats from your room in a hurry. Returns soon thereafter, holding on to her right hand. The promised grush. Hold on. There's what the fuck? I don't know what's going. Okay. The artifact acquired, the gravedigger then settles herself upon your bed by your side. Fuck! The voice isn't back! She looks at your hair for a few moments, her expression pensive. Then she announces that she will begin. The gravedigger leans in. The wooden frame of the bed creaks under her weight, a creak which melds with the sighing of the breeze outdoors. You can feel the bristles of the brush running through your hair. It is soothing enough, so much so it makes you shiver. The sensation is a pleasant one and somewhat nostalgic. Did your mother do this for you wonder, when you were a little girl? If she did, it must have been when you were a very little girl. You have not seen your mother in quite some time, not after you enrolled at the conservatory. And you have
Oh, you have such lovely hair, dear one. It's soft, just like silk. Not at all like mine. Mine is so coarse.
doesn't Bull's hair. the gentle voice the gentle voice draws you out of your vague, half-formed reminiscence. It sounds as though the gravedigger is lost in nostalgia of her own, because her voice, when next she speaks, is dreamy.
I think my mother used to brush my hair like this for me back when she was still alive. Must have been a long time ago, though.
It is funny, you think, as the bristles of the brush continue to slide through your tresses, that you and the gravedigger should both be reminiscing in tandem about your respective mothers. Perhaps there is something maternal in the act of brushing one's hair, which is wont to summoning forth such images. I would not know personally. I cannot remember my own mother at all.
I don't think I liked having my hair brushed very much.
The gravedigger continues, her breath warm against the exposed nape of your neck. No, don't open Chrome!
My mother used to complain that I squirmed too much. I can remember that. She always told me to sit still, though it wasn't my fault I squirmed. She used too much force.
Now this is curious. It sounds as though the reminiscence of the gravediggers are not particularly fond at all. Did she not get along well with her mother?
I can't rightly say.
The gravedigger replies in a somber sort of voice.
I was young, like I said, when she died. I don't remember her too well. But I don't think she ever had that much time for me. She was too busy with all the cooking and the cleaning. Oh, and looking after my baby brother.
But she had enough time. But she had time enough, despite that, to brush your hair.
She did what she felt she had to make me look presentable. Not that it really worked. I wasn't like the other girls in the village, you see, who like to sit inside of their mothers and sew. I'd always loved the outdoors. My father said I inherited that from him.
Ruefully. Rue? What are you doing? Ruefully full of rue. The gravedigger smiled. Not that you could see it with your back facing her.
My mother said I wasn't very, well, maidenly. She
No
didn't like that
maidens.
I traipsed around outside after my father. watching
No
as he
maidens.
dug graves.
No maidens.
She said it wasn't appropriate, like I was sort of princess wearing a fine dress.
The gravedigger snorts.
I used to get a bit muddy, yes, and maybe I did get burrs in my clothes and knots in my hair, but shouldn't have battered. It's not like I ever had any hopes of marrying a prince, no matter what my mother said. But still, she hoped. She had a lot of hopes, my mother. High hopes. I think she might have resented my father, maybe, for working such a menial job. Our profession is an honest one, but it's never made much money. I think my mother was hoping for fine jewels and dresses and oh, I don't know. She always had ideas. Her head was full of fairy tales. It was a shame, I suppose, that her reality didn't match up to what she wanted. I didn't match up to what she wanted.
The bitterness in your friend's voice is unmistakable. So much so you want to console her. What would you say to her, though? You never met your companion's mother. You never will either. Her cold, inert body has been lying in the graveyard buried beneath a tombstone for over a decade. You have no way of ascertaining whether your companion's mother truly cared for her. You do have intelligence enough, however, to understand that poorly thought out condolences can cause more harm than good. You would not like it if people tried to reassure you that, of course, your father really loved you, really. If he loved you, then why did he send you away from home? Why did he never send you any letters? You know he was worried about his finances, but that seems a poor excuse to pretend that his only daughter did not exist. As for your mother, meanwhile, she was nice, at least you think she was, but she was woefully ineffectual. Though she was, nominally, an adult, she always cleaved before your father's judgment. You think that she was afraid of him. You do not try to tell the gravedigger, therefore, that her mother loved her, that she must have done, else what she would not have given birth to her. Instead, you sit there, letting the brush run through your hair, and you say, quietly, that you understand. Sometimes you feel like a disappointment yourself.
Yeah. Well,
The gravedigger says after a pause.
I'm glad I'm not the only one. I guess it happens to all of us.
You guess so. Parents are only people after all. While one would hope one's parents would be kind and attentive, they, too, can fall victim to caprices of their own. Just because one has brought a child into this world, it does not mean one will be able to take care of it properly. Not all parents are responsible, just as not all people are responsible. It is a painful subject.
Oh, well. Sorry if my mother never liked me or even if she never loved me. I know my father did, and that's all that matters. He was always there for me, no matter what.
Your companion's voice catches in her throat. She winces.
At least until he wasn't. He died. And I didn't do a thing to help him.
Your companion's shoulders are beginning to shake. You still cannot see her, but you can feel her body convulsing. You can sense her loneliness rolling off her in waves. It is all consuming like the waters of a deep, dark ocean. Grief anew pierces your heart, not in your behalf, but for the sake of your benefactress. She does not deserve to suffer so much. This you have no qualms with telling her. You turn to face her and pluck the brush which had been hovering in the air inert from her fingers. Then you let her know that her father's death was not her fault. What could she have done? She could not have cured his illness.
I know, but I can't help but think, what if? Keep racking my head over and over, trying to come up with something. But I can't think of anything, and even if I could, it's too late. He's already dead. He's dead and buried. I buried him. And now I'm all alone.
She might have been alone, you tell the gravedigger, but she is not anymore. How can she be when you're there?
I know that. I know, and I'm grateful, but I don't know if I deserve it.
Why would she not deserve your company? You do not understand.
Because I couldn't do nothing for nobody. My father always looked out for me when I was a little girl, but when he needed me the most, I failed him. I failed everyone. All the villagers, all of my friends, all died. But what I do if the same thing happened to you? I don't think I could bear it. I don't want you getting sick too, not when I care about you so much. I thought I'd gotten used to being on my own, but now that you're here, it's making me worry all over again. I'm worrying so much I can't sleep from it. I'm scared.
Your companion's voice catches in her throat. Then she collapses in on herself. She leans forwards, her arms wound about her middle as if to steady herself, and she cries. She cries, and she cries, and she cries. And for a few moments you look at the gravedigger, unsure of what to do. Her pale face, streaked with silvery teal, seems to flicker in the candlelight. Her shoulders, which seem too slender to bear the accumulative weight of all the sorrow she has endured, are shaking. Your fatigue continues to cling to you, insistent as the fog which rolls amongst the tombstones of the graveyard at night. You are not so very tired, however. You cannot offer your hostess some comfort. You do not know what you can say to console her. You feel too weary to think pretty sophisms, but there is something you can think of. You would not typically be so bold, but of course you are tired enough for once to throw caution to the wind. That and the tears of the gravedigger are awfully arresting. You open your arms, and before the gravedigger can pass the comment, you pull her to your chest. And I got an achievement called the Good Samaritan. Open your arms. Oh, that's your line. God damn it!
Oh,
A soft exclamation escapes the lips of the gravedigger, quieter than the sound of wintry snow as it brushes the ground. Then there is nothing. The gravedigger is stiff in your arms for a few moments, like the corpses she and her father used to steal away inside their wooden coffins. She is all wide-eyed and awkward, pointed elbows, tears still coursing down her pale cheeks. You worry briefly as you hold her that you have perhaps made a mistake. Were your attempts at consoling her too clumsy? You would not know. You have never been in a situation like this before. You have never consoled any friends before because you've never had any friends to console. It is not so now, however. You are as far away from your child life as is possible to be, and the gravedigger does not curse you for your impudence. Neither does she try to squirm away from you. Instead, she sits there, still as a statue, cradle in your arms.
I think I'm gonna go to bed.
Okay. Good night. I will finish this off after I go take a little break.
All right.
I will
This
kick
was
Cleo from the call.
this was fun.
Yeah. I'm sorry it was so late that you had to leave.
Nah, it's fine.
Okay. I will disconnect Cleo so both of y'all can go out together. Bye.
All right. See ya.
Bye. Okay. I will be back in a couple of minutes. I have to go do something real quick, and I will finish this up. I'll finish reading. I am back. I will wait for the ads to finish to continue then. And are we back from ads yet? Not quite. We'll be back to the reading soon. And it appears we are back. Hello, everybody. Welcome back. I will finish the reading for this, and then we'll end stream. I think I only have time to do one route. There are 2 more routes, but I fear I do not have time or the energy to do all 3. If Cleo specifically, but if any other person is like, hey, I want to see the other 2 routes of this game specifically, I will play those on stream. And they will all be uploaded, like always, to the VOD channel on YouTube under the same name as here. Okay. Oh, I'm very sorry to show you something so embarrassing. It's just I get so lonely. I get so lonely sometimes. Until at long last, with a breathy sob, she lets the full weight of her body fall against yours. You run your hands against your sobbing companion's shoulder, blades in her back. Gently, you soothe her. You tell her that she does not need to apologize. There is no shame in crying. You hug her for so many, many minutes until she sobs against your chest, wetting the front of your nightgown. No further words pass between you that night, but they do not need to. Words are irrelevant in a moment as tender as this, shared between 2 souls who have come to understand one another, your mutual loneliness. You slide beneath your sheets, and the gravedigger joins you without asking for permission. It would be an unnecessary piece of politeness, really, given your acceptance is all but assured. You have already accepted the gravedigger after all, every single inch of her. You have accepted her hospitality. You have accepted her food. Now you are accepting her company. You arrange yourself beneath the sheets, then draw her body to yours. The gravedigger has not yet changed into her nightmare. Her clothes will be horribly rumpled when she wakes up come the following morning, her head resting against your chest. But tomorrow has ceased to matter. It no longer exists. There is no concept of time between the 2 of you. No thought of the day which will dawn once this night inevitably ends. Instead, there is only the warmth shared between you and the wetness on the cheeks of the gravedigger. There is the sound, irregular now, and less intense than before, of your companion's muted, muffled sobs. There is this gentle, tender moment snatched in the midst of a deep, dark night, which can never be replaced. Your eyelids feel heavy as though weighted down with stones. They droop inexorably downwards, pulling you like a drowning maiden into the dark, impenetrable abyss of slumber. You yawn, then you fall asleep, cozied up beside the gravedigger like 2 cats in a basket. You sleep, and you sleep, and you sleep more deeply than you have allowed yourself in quite some time. But when you wake, you find that you are no longer in the bed upon which you slept enshrouded by sheets. The gravedigger, too, is nowhere to be seen. Instead, you are quite alone, lying by yourself in the dark. You blink, but your surroundings do not become any clearer. Is it the middle of the night? Perhaps you were roused from your slumber by the desire to relieve yourself, or else to slake your thirst. Your sleep had been awfully disordered as of late, and the smallest noises have been enough to disturb you. That does not sound quite right, though. You slept well. Of that you are certain. Your body feels invigorated, as though it was slumbered for hours and hours. How many hours? You do not know. You didn't know much of anything. You could feel a strange pitching sensation around your chest, however, and around your arms. It would appear as though somebody, but who else could it have been, save the gravedigger, changed your towel while you were sleeping. That is a startling, though, but the darkness which entombs you is even more so. The darkness which surrounds you is unsettlingly complete. It is so thick you cannot penetrate it. Your newfound woes do not stop, however, at this deep, unnatural darkness. It is cold, too, and you are lying upon something hard. Some sort of stone slab? What is going on? You reach out, but your movements are soon stymied. There is something heavy lying atop you, something that is limiting your movements. You were anxious before upon waking, but at this discovery you feel downright aggrieved. A sharp prong of panic pierces you, but you try to suppress it. Hysterics will get you nowhere. In most cases, they only tend to make... Oh, am I in a coffin? You ought to know that already. You swallow your mounting dread as best you can, though it is all coming thick and fast and trying to swarm. You move your arms outward, but they do not get very far. There is a wall above you, walls on either side of you. Walls which do not budge no matter how hard you push. No, not, I must add, that you can push particularly hard, your anxious state notwithstanding. You have never had much in the way of your upper body strength nor lower body strength. You do not have much in this way of strength at all. You feel quite helplessly as you lie there, out of breath from your meager exertions, unsure of what you should do. You can hardly see a foot in front of your face. You do not know where you are nor why, but a terrible premonition is beginning to bear down upon you, one which initially you try to discard. You do not want to accept it as a possibility, but where else could the truth lie? You are lying in a box hemmed in by walls which offer only a scant few inches for you to stretch in any direction. Where else could you be but a coffin? The moment you allow yourself to ponder this awful reality is the moment you hear the irregular sound of drumming. It is as though somebody, though they must be a very large somebody, is tapping their fingertips upon the lid of your coffin. That, or it is raining. It is not the fingers of a giantess, though, which is disturbing you, nor is it the falling rain. It is dirt, the sound continuing on and on as though it's drilling away inside your skull. It is relentless. It is merciless. It's like the ticking of a great celestial clock, and it cannot be stopped. Your time is almost running out, but you knew that already. Didn't know you were running through the forest, didn't you, when you were running through the forest? You ought to have known, silly thing, that you could not outpace your destiny forever. Sooner or later it would catch up with you. You were stubborn, though, and you do not want to accept this. Not content to simply lie there, you cry out. Cry not for your parents, whom you hardly knew, nor your school friends, for you never had any. Instead, you cry out for your new companion, the girl with whom you've been living and with whom you share one precious, cherished moment. You cry out for the gravedigger. Surely this is some manner of mistake. Once she realizes that you are in fact entombed in one of the coffins she is currently filling, for who else could, moving the dirt above you, she would cease her operations at once. She would pull you out of the darkness back into the world of the living, and she would hold you close. She will embrace you. She could not mean to cause you any harm, not when she was so good to you and so kind. Why would she bury you? You cry for her so loudly, you fear your vocal cords might tear, all the while being against the roof of your compact prison. You cry desperately, helplessly, and to your relief, your cries do not fall upon deaf ears. The sound of the falling soil stops, albeit briefly. Then you hear a voice. The voice is very faint, giving its being filtered through the coffin's sturdy lid, but you recognize it. So you're awake, then, are you, dear one? The gravedigger says. She sighs. Then she says in a perplexed sort of voice, Now, that is a pickle. I was hoping you'd be asleep a couple of hours more so the last time we spoke would be on better terms. If you keep screaming like that, I'm gonna feel bad. Your company's words, though distant, are unmistakable. We're so tense. We're attuned to every single syllable, in which each of them make you gasp. Was it not a mistake, then? Does she truly mean to bury you alive? You posit this question to the gravedigger as best you can, trying to keep the troubles from your voice as you do. Perhaps you think, in your optimism, that if you do not let her know how afraid you are, she will reward you for your bravery and let you go. If this is what you're hoping for, then, though, it is in vain. That's right. Really do catch on quick. So it appears she really has committed it to the task of burying you. What an unfortunate turn of events. Why, though? Why would she do such a thing? You thought she was your friend. We are friends, the gravedigger says, her voice still worryingly offhand, worryingly empty. I'm very fond of you. There's nobody dearer to me than you. I've had a really good time with you these last... How long has it been? I don't remember. Neither do you. Well, if this little detail has slipped both of your minds, it can't be all that important. You have other things to worry about. If you really are friends, you say to the gravedigger, then what does she hope to gain by burying you? You do not understand. But you understand her replying even less. Well, here's the thing, the gravedigger says in a reasonable sort of voice, as though burying somebody alive can never be thought as a reasonable action. Could ever be thought as a reasonable action. I've been digging graves for a long time, see? You cannot see. It is too dark, but you affirmed that you do all the same. Well, I was digging all these graves, but I not had anybody to put them in. Not for ages. It was rather sad. You think you knew where the train of logic, twisted though it is, might be going. You do not interrupt her. You know no good will come of it. All you can do for the present is lie there and listen. I was thinking I'd never find another person to bury in this godforsaken village. Not if the plague messed everything up. I was getting desperate. Until you came along, that is. Now that I have somebody I can bury, I'm not gonna let the opportunity pass me by. I'm sorry, but this is just part of my job. It's what my father taught me to do. It's all I know how to do. I buried my mother, and I buried my father. I buried all my friends. Now I'm gonna bury you too. It sounds logic in a sense, as the daughter of a gravedigger digging graves is her job, but something about it wrinkles you. If only you could put your finger on it. Ah, yes, there is a bit of a flaw with her reasoning, is there not? You are not dead after all. You might not be dead now, the gravedigger says in response to your ingenuity. But you will be, if given enough time. I mean, everybody else I've ever known dies. Who's to say you wouldn't be next? It seems rather more likely that you will die and quickly if she persists with her poorly thought out plan to bury you. Your coffin is not very large. It affords you precious little space. Eventually, if trapped within it for long enough, you'll run out of oxygen. Then you'll suffocate. That or you'll starve to death. Either way, your demise will be a slow, painful one. You're unsure which death would be worse, though, given how precarious your situation is. You do not wish to expend the necessary energy needed to ponder it. You need to plead with the gravedigger, and quickly while she is still there. You tell her tearfully that you would not leave her. Why would you? You try to sound as convincing as your disordered nerves will allow, but the gravedigger remains unmoved. You say that, she said, but how can I know you're telling the truth? I thought you said you were a traveler. They never stay put in one place for long. You'd get sick of me for long before long. Then you'd leave me. This way, at least, I can be assured that we'll stay together forever. If I bury you like this I did the others, we'll never be apart. I can take care of you to put in a nice spot, close to my home, so you're only a stone's throw away, really. Isn't that nice? Privately, you think that the gravedigger had a different conception of the word nice to you. You do not say this, however. You cannot say much of anything because the panic has begun to set in. It is choking you, stopping up your throat, so you can only cry. You scream. You beg and you plead, but it does little good. The gravedigger has already buried her mother. She has already buried her little brothers. She has even buried her father, whom she loved above all else. She thinks by burying you, she is doing unto you an act of great kindness. You think that she is going to kill you. In a sense, you are both right. Your opinions are so diametrically opposed on this matter, however, you will never be able to find any common ground. You might as well save your screaming. She will not listen to you. She is beyond listening. Shush, shush, dear one, says the gravedigger, very gently, just as gently as she spoke last night, when she confided in you all her fears. It won't be so bad, really. Nothing'll be able to hurt you down there. It'll be just like going to sleep for a really, really long time. You can rest, and while you rest, I'll tend to you. I'll plant flowers on your grave. You'd like that, wouldn't you? This way, we can always be together, and I'll never be lonely again. While the gravedigger speaks, she begins to pile even more soil onto the roof of your coffin. The sound of dirt on top of you, on your arms, your legs, and your head conceals your companion's final words. You cannot hear her. You cannot hear anything beyond the sounds of the dirt and the scraping of the shovel, and your own desperate, frantic screams. You scream and you scream and you scream without cease until your throat feels hoarse, but your efforts are in vain. You hammer on the lid of the coffin with as much strength as the can muster, but the lid of the coffin is nailed shut. You are in no position to remove it. All you can do is lie there, screaming and crying and begging your fists on the roof of the coffin over and over as more dirt and debris falls on top of you. Eventually, enough dirt falls on you to stifle your screams for good. The gravedigger can no longer hear you, and you can no longer hear her. You're all alone, trapped in a narrow wooden box which, regardless of what you want, is now your new home. You can smell the soil, the backs of your nostrils when you inhale. It is so potent, you can taste it on your tongue. You can taste the eventual, inevitable decay of your own body. You will remain trapped here underground forever and ever. Or, to use less melodramatic terms, until the last of your energy escapes you and you succumb to your own slow suffocation. It isn't a very pleasant way to go, but you'll forgive me if my sympathy is limited. You did bring this upon yourself, you know. You reap what you sow. In your case, you made a series of bad decisions which led you to your untimely demise. Now what do you want to do? Will you accept this fate of yours and rest in peace, or will you try to fight against it? Oh shit! I made one choice this entire game. Huh. Fuck. Fuck, 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 fuck. Uh, um. I guess I gotta accept my fate. Very well then. Enjoy your eternal slumber. I suppose this is a good night for now, but it is not goodbye. You cannot escape from me, even if you are buried deep beneath the earth. Where there is a will, there is a way. And even if the whole world has forsaken you, I never will. I will never leave you. You will never be lonely again. And that's the first ending, I guess. Interesting. Well, I'm... Jesus Christ. As much as I was joking in the front half of this, of like, haha, Lamau, joke, 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 with Kenzie, and Cleo was also here, but Cleo's asleep probably, but mainly Kenzie, how, you know, all that stuff. Damn. Jesus fucking Christ. Oh my god. I can't continue now. We're almost at the 3-hour mark, which is fine. Oh my god. Oh wait, no, I didn't mean to click start. I will, I can, however, do this. There we go. I can now make this choice again, which I'm going to save here. Right here. There we go. Back to the title. So now we don't have to reread all through that next time. So, next time I do the whole visual novel on Got on Sale, I'm going to play this game again. I want to see what the other endings are. I have to know. But for that, for now, we're just gonna go. We're gonna go to sleep. It's over. Stream can end now. And I have a target for the raid. So, if you will, grab the raid message from this command, and we will be heading out to Jack has been replaced. I'm so sorry, Jack. We'll be heading out to Dana Slime, another slime who's playing my side, or Miside. My one job stolen by AI. No. There you go. We're heading on over then. Copy, 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 copy. Goodbye, everybody. Thank you for joining. We'll be streaming again tomorrow around the same time. Oh, no, we're streaming earlier tomorrow, but we're streaming a different game. Anyways, bye.